joyful. That's not my concern.
Do you ever feel like the luck or whatever it is that's gotten you forward is going to run out at some point? Or that you can just keep going forward?
I'm pretty worried about myself all the time, but I consider Garnet a protagonist, so...
They call out to her in Draconic, and she responds.
Oh. Wait, do I also see Sventisco for a brief second through the orb?
Roll a perception check.
Alright. Okay.
No, you just see this guard walk out.
What do they say to her?
You been there the entire time?
No.
She got a natural 1, and she says, Sventisco. I mean, no.
She says her own name like a Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I need everybody in the room to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Damn, that's so
your
rough.
girlfriend. Shit.
That's, you know, she got a natural 1. I decided she just freaking panicked.
She's trying her best, okay.
And she rolled a 2
Don't
on the
make fun of
initiative,
her.
so she sits there like an idiot.
Let's say Mia Hefil, because he's right in the middle of 3-player characters. So, you know, him in particular.
I take it the burning didn't kill her.
Yeah, roll 1d10, but it's fire resistant, so. Bonk.
Where is Mr. Reaction with a ward guy?
He used it. That shit's gone.
Oh, gone for
Bonk.
forever?
Well, until his next long range. A long rest.
La 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 la. La la la.
Don't need no wards. We're dealing with these fucking idiots.
That should be one of your sub sounds on your channel.
It should be. It really should be.
Well, so much for my terrifying monster. Guess I'll just, you know, die.
Pulls pin, throws pin.
Garnet, why does Merrick have authority over the tribes of Okarthal? How can he manipulate them?
DM question. What's the tribes of Carthel again?
The
That's
dragon
right.
tribes,
No.
the 10 dragon tribes.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not very lore versed, okay?
No, that's fine, that's
20
fine.
Into, by the way.
By the way, Merrick's a dragon. One of it. Oh yeah, but dragon tribes.
Oh yeah, okay. The math is not mathing up right now.
My apologies, sir. What's your name? I go by Harker,
We
by
are
the
the
way.
Boofomorphs. I am Bufo, and these are the morphs.
Hello, Bufo, and hello, Morphs.
I'm not
We are
going to say
here
it.
to commune with our sacred idol. It gives us great insight into the spiritual oneness of all things.
I won't say it.
What's your secret idol?
It's
I
sacred.
won't
not
fucking
s-
say it.
It's right. What is the toaster going
I'm
on
gonna
about
say
now?
it.
I'm gonna cover Zen's mouth. Don't listen to her.
I'm gonna fucking say it.
I'm covering Zen's mouth. I'm covering.
Boofa D's nuts.
Roll for initiative.
If I was hungry,
Yeah.
and I kind of feel like I am hungry, and I kind of feel like each of you would fit in my mouth, so I'm probably just gonna eat you. But that just seems.
I mean, no. I mean, like, what else do you want to eat besides me? That's it. I'm gonna blast them. Oh, for fuck's sake!
And I'm gonna start with Miss Doubtfire over here.
Roll for initiative, please.
Son of a bitch! There is no way I can.
You know, I've
There
been
will be
saying
no
if,
next time. Come on.
if at first you don't succeed, you can keep trying until you succeed, I think, is the saying
I'm a
there.
trash cannot, Mason.
No.
I'm a trash cannot.
Garnet. Remember the conversation that we had earlier? I think some concepts can apply here about how, you know, when you're in your own emotions, you feel like you want to do the thing right now, and sometimes you don't want to do the thing at all, and that's right now. But then you have friends or people that
I'm gonna die alone.
you know, Garnet, you're gonna be okay. Let's just. Can you take some deep breaths? We can do it together. We can do it together.
Who am I gonna take to the blue gala or whatever fucking color it is? If you allow it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Since I'm falling with the horse,
Mhm.
and the horse is a horse
Of course.
of riding capacity, can I use my reaction to jump, since I'm mid falling, jump off the horse onto the carpet, but using physics, since I'm jumping and using force to jump off the horse, it would now accelerate the horse towards the mirror and maybe cause a crack or shatter?
Roll an
Horse
acrobatics
bomb.
check to make the jump.
Oh fuck. I'm in danger.
Can I make a dexterity check to catch her, please?
Use your reaction and
Please.
make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Sorry, mate. It's fake. Explain the bang, old man.
Well, you see, when a mommy and a daddy, or a mommy and a mommy, well, or a daddy, or when two people love each other very much.
I would like to be mind wiped.
There's Obliviax Moss available. Talk to the Quarter for Every about that. So everybody gets up and starts.
Well, you're not entertained! This is not why you come!
Roll a persuasion. What say you to this plea?
No! Tears of glitter fall from my eyes.
I would like to sit on the saddle of the cavalier and misty step myself onto the horse.
Oh damn! That's you got that for your birthday.
What the actual are you doing?
I'm riding a horse.
I'm
Dude.
on a horse. You're on a greasy horse, but you're on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
Okay, you teleport onto the fiend, this burning horse of evil, with the saddle, which wraps itself around. And according to the saddle of the cavalier, you can't be dismounted against your will, and attacks against it have disadvantage.
I'm gonna talk to it in Infernal, because I know Infernal, to try and have the horse be friends with me.
Great, now I have to roleplay a horse.
Creatures of flesh, now you shall hear the words of the emissary of the Maelstrom. Are you the one who has polluted this holy place with the machines and their wretched city?
No, but I just came back from destroying a machine city, and I think we want the same thing. I also hate pollution.
Give me a persuasion check, please.
+5 respect
15.
for Eco Warrior faction.
I'm Green Party, man. I'm Green Party.
Save the turtles, bro.
Save the turtles.
Pop! This boggle explodes into sludge.
What did the ugly sticky babies do?
Ugly sticky
Who
baby
started this?
attack Paramir, attack us. I destroy ugly baby.
Who started it? Paramir or the ugly sticky babies?
Hard to tell. I'll pop out of bush.
Well,
To be
it's just
certain.
popping out of a bush.
They live in bush.
Wait,
They pop
do
out
you
of bush.
kill everything that pops out of a bush?
If it stinks as bad as this ugly baby, yeah.
Oh, well, I've known a lot of stinky people who are actually very nice. You can't judge a baby by his stink.
Lash looks at you, kind of confused, but also kind of in awe. If Ezek can look past stench of ugly baby, Lash can look past stench of ugly baby.
Okay, so Leg Day impersonates the boyfriend. Is that why?
And so we find ourselves yet again gathered around to roll dice and be pretend elves. I'm Tormented by Gnomes. I'm your game master. Joining me on Coriander Society Adventures, our universe and genre hopping 5th edition adventure, we've got LaFawn and Drosy. LaFawn, what's going on?
I had a delicious cup of coffee, which I actually still have a little bit of. So that's my night, which has already been good, is getting even better. Yeah, simple one today.
Stoked. Drosy, what about you?
Oh, let's see. Bagpipes, baby spiders, and I'm on the board at the college garden, native garden. We found a fungus that has only been spotted one other place. And that is in Santa Barbara, so that's pretty exciting.
Ooh. Is it an infectious, bad-eating, destroying fungus, or just like a cool, weird fungus?
No idea, because there's not a whole lot.
Because it's only been discovered. All right. Well, damn, congratulations on your fungus. I'm excited for you. When last we left our, I'll say heroes for this one. In each campaign, I have to like weigh that word. And while it's more complicated than that, you have now seen we were villagers.
There are definitely quotation marks around our heroes, though.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think we've done villainy.
You haven't done villainy.
It's not, I would argue, LaFawn, it's not quotation marks, it's an asterisk.
Sure, yes.
Because it's not like, totally bullshit. It's just there's a footnote.
Yeah.
When last we left our heroes, asterisk, you descended through the Temple of the Feathered Serpent after unleashing chaos upon the Yuan-Ti who control that area. After braving the dangerous traps that had been reset, you and your party made your way all the way down to the portal that leads to the Obsidian Tower, the interdimensional nexus that served once as the headquarters for the society of villains called the Pact Malefic. Boignus Kimzabin, renowned gatecrasher and fabulously wealthy economic advisor to King Fluris, King Indogalad of Fluris, managed to hack the portal open. You stepped through it into the Obsidian Tower for what I believe is like the second time for you, because I think you went through there once with John.
No,
you didn't.
We
went through hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've all been through hell. So you step forward through the gate into a room made of rough volcanic glass. Are either of you barefoot?
No.
Oh,
okay.
No.
This isn't
Not
like
for free.
This isn't like serrated knives, but like I wouldn't walk barefoot in here.
It's obsidian, right?
It's obsidian, yeah.
Okay.
And it's mostly flat, but like it's fine for boots. It would cut your feet. A dull red glow illuminates this chamber. There are no visible windows anywhere. 4 gates line the walls, all of them nearly identical. All of them except one swirl with burning green fire, much like the one you just stepped through. There is something here, something in the air, something in the stone that calls to you. I would like each of you to roll an immediate wisdom saving throw, please. 17 and a natural 20. The inherent heresy infused into your very being in Ascus resonates with this place. It fits here. To what we shall call the north for the time being are 4 stone pedestals, nothing atop them. Each looks like it should be the base of a column, but it is otherwise empty. A door lies to the south. Passages to the northwest and the southwest lead away. And an impeccably dressed figure wearing spectacles with the head of a fox regards you with contempt.
Living?
Yes.
Okay.
He's standing there. He's carrying a pile of scrolls. He has like this beautiful blue cloak. I'd say very elegant, scholarly robes and attire.
Okay.
Honestly, one of these days I should just close that gate. It never ceases to spew forth trash and garbage.
Rude.
This is because we were described that there was a tower, the guardian of this tower at some point. Did we ever get a description of what that guardian looked like?
I don't know if you did.
Okay. I'm gonna say I don't think we did because I don't recall it at all. So, do those 4 pedestals look at all similar to the one that we just that opened this portal? By the way,
no.
Okay.
These are larger and they're lower, much lower. They're like a foot off the ground max.
Copy. Does it look like any of our group has been introduced to this individual before?
Boigness has.
Okay. How is he reacting to seeing
Anonymous, my dear old friend. You haven't changed a bit. I'd like to introduce everybody to the castellan of this accursed place. Anonymous. Anonymous, this is everybody.
That name is familiar.
How delightful. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
I'm gonna whisper to Boigness real quick. Okay, so out of curiosity, what's the play? Disrespect a big problem here, or?
Oh, he's bound, and he responds to you like loudly.
Okay.
He's bound to this place and has never once raised a hand against any of us. The worst he's ever done is give bad advice. My advice is tailored to result in the best possible outcome.
For who?
If that happens to include your annihilation, a win is a win.
I mean, if you give advice out for free, you can't, or you accept that advice for free, you can't really be surprised when, you know, a giant pointy log strikes you in the side of the head.
Oh, crude. As previously referenced, I am Anonymous. I am the Castellan of the Obsidian Tower. None of you are members of the Pact Malefic, and therefore my obligations to you are minimal.
Wait. We're not members, but we were considered potentially for membership. Does that count?
I was considered potentially for Lord of the Underworld. Does that count?
So we're in good company.
Yes, you are.
Does he look Anonymous look like, you know, when you're considered for something and then are rejected based on something like that you couldn't control, you know, the disappointment kind of, or is it more of a just like a, oh, this is just a thing I pulled out of my
roll an insight check, please.
Also, he's literally a fox. Is he metaphorically a fox?
Well, if you're into anthros, I would say yes. You have
I guess
no
his
idea.
attitude.
Yeah, he's
That
very
seems
hard to read. He says everything with the same dry sort of Daria vibes, so it's a little bit challenging to get a read.
Okay.
My only obligation to you is to inform you that I am prohibited by contract from actually lying to you. And I am required by my contract to tell you that.
I'm guessing though he's really good at just not giving the entire truth.
I have had little else to practice in the ensuing centuries.
I guess the first question is, I'm not addressing Anonymous here. This is just quietly internal to our, to our charter. I guess our first question is, how much do we need Anonymous's permission to move around this place? Remember, what we came for is information first and foremost. This is more of a scouting mission than anything else.
Boigness will tell you that Anonymous cannot prohibit you from going anywhere. Like, he has never raised a hand or forbade anything that anyone has done here.
Huh. So then what is his job?
That's a good question. He's bound. He doesn't like being here. He is bound here by some sort of powerful spell.
Oh, is he now? I have an idea. No. Okay, so if we're looking for information, can we check, maybe we check the halls and stuff to see if there's like a library or a repository or something?
Before you do that, Anonymous, will you report our existence to an entity while we're here? Or
no. I would if I could. But we are currently fresh out of entities. Relevant entities. Currently unreliable.
Chaos Storm.
In addition, I regret to inform you that there are currently no members of the Pact Malefic available to consider your application or sponsor you for membership inside this tower. There is a wide variety of other entities to whom I'd be happy to introduce you.
Pardon me if your happiness of introduction leads us a little wary to follow through.
Pardon rejected.
Are you allowed to eat?
Yes.
I'm gonna dig through my stuff here. Way back. There was, well, I shouldn't say way back, a couple of days ago at this point, when we had there was almost certainly like a croissant or something thrown into my bag from when I was working and didn't have any time to really pay attention to. I'm gonna pull it out and hand it over to him.
He doesn't take it. He looks at it disdainfully.
An offer. Consider it a sign of good faith anyway. But if you don't want it, I will.
If I happen to come across a mangy dog, I'll be glad to pass that along.
You know what? Fair enough. There are two things I actually do want to request of you, if you'll hear them. They're not demands.
I will hear them. Not voluntarily.
In that case, never mind. I shan't give you any more disdain. Shall we away?
I regret to inform you, for my sake, that the Castellan is required to accompany any non-pact malefic
visitors.
Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna be our tour guide.
The pleasure is ours, as I'm sure you can tell.
Correct.
I would like to try to persuade him to telling us where would be a good place to start for the information we're looking for.
Roll a persuasion check, and this is something I've actually learned recently. You have them roll a persuasion check and then give their gist or their argument, because that allows you to tailor it. If you flub it, you can decide why you flub it and make it into a role-playing moment.
Oh, okay.
So roll it first,
Let's
then
see.
give me the gist.
27.
Okay. Go. What's your gist?
Well, we've been traveling around a lot, and we could, the faster you point us to what we need, the faster we can be gone and leave you to your whatever it is you do here. So it'd really be in your best interest to help us out.
That's one of many possible outcomes. Yes. What is it that you're bothering me for?
We are looking for information on any information on the Pact Malefic, or somebody who would be interested in membership. We are also looking for anything on magic or technology that helps quick travel. Or we're not plane jumping, right? What we're looking for is just really, really far away.
Intergalactic travel.
Intergalactic travel.
Intragalactic.
Intragalactic travel.
Insofar as matters regarding the Pact Malefic are concerned, I am authorized to reveal a limited number of details. As for the rest of the information that you seek, there is a terminal nearby. Unfortunately, it was recently vandalized and damaged by an idiot.
Oh, is that idiot somebody we know?
That depends. Who do you know?
Quite a lot of people now at this point.
I'm going to go operate under the assumption that they're all idiots.
Man.
Anyways, I will be happy to answer any surface level questions regarding the Pact, and for everything else, I can direct you to the damaged terminal. It is not unlike an ape attempting to understand a book by eating it.
Or, a fox walking on 2 feet.
If I see any foxes, I'll let you know. Now then, I suppose I will lead you to the terminal. And this way, please. He begins walking off to the south, what we will call the southwest.
We follow the lead.
Does he follow any specific route, like along the? Is he
I mean,
careful about any specific route he's taking?
He is not being careful.
Okay.
He's being precise, but that's just sort of his thing.
Sure. I suppose we'll follow. In whatever order we can
follow.
As you step by this large fire, he idly remarks, "I was enchanted to lash out and burn the souls of any non-members that walk past it."
Does it do that now?
Regretfully, no.
Does it look damaged, or is it?
It does not visibly appear to be damaged.
Okay.
He stops precisely here, facing to the south. At the end of this small alcove, surrounded by pillars that go from floor to ceiling, as pillars normally do, is a stone demon holding a stone book. The aforementioned terminal.
Like down here?
Mm-hmm.
to the south of where Anomnus is standing.
Okay. Should I be able to see it from here or no?
Let's see. Hold on. Whoop. What is causing that light blockage? Oh, there's just no light there.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision, so.
Got it. Well, he's not doing anything to assist with that.
Can we tell if it's magical or technological or both?
From the outside, it appears to be a stone statue of a demon. Written upon or carved into the book that it holds forth are runes in the infernal script. Do either of you read the infernal script?
Why did I take Celestial?
I swear that'll be useful someday.
I do not.
Okay. Daylorise, how would you determine, roll an Arcana check.
Whee! 22.
It hums with latent arcane power, a susurrus of voices, whispering in 1,000 languages, just below the surface, just at that level where you can't quite understand what it is that they're saying. As you watch the letters change, they remain carved in, but it's as if the inscriptions are floating across the surface of the book, melding, the grooves melding into new runes. And on the stands... Sorry, what was that?
Are they runes that Daylorise can read?
Nope, they're still infernal.
Got it.
Anomnus stands holding his pile of books and scrolls, almost but not quite leaning against the stone wall of the tower.
Can I see what books and scrolls he's holding?
Certainly.
Any of interest to us?
The three scrolls he's carrying are all in the infernal tongue. The book is written in Abyssal. Do either of you read Abyssal?
I believe the only languages I speak, just a quick glance at this thing based on the character creation, because I never wrote it down on my sheet. I speak vile speech and I speak common. I don't believe I speak anything else.
Okay. Then yeah, you were not able to immediately identify those.
Anonymous, are you available as a translator?
I'm happy to provide such services to any member of the Pact Malefic.
I meant specifically for us.
I'm happy to provide those services to any member of the Pact Malefic.
Oh my god. Any spells protecting him or anything from physical harm?
How would you find out?
I'm just gonna ask him.
An interesting question. Let it suffice to say that if annihilating me was sufficient to remove me from this place, I would no longer be here.
Oh, it's that bad, hey?
Makes sense.
What is holding you here?
A binding spell of shocking complexity and strength.
How did that happen? Like, how did you get to be here and get to be bound here?
The terms of this spell, unfortunately, prevent me from describing them.
What would you be doing if you weren't here?
Most assuredly, tending to my own collection somewhere else entirely. Perhaps on the infinite crags of Gehenna. Or in the grey waste of Hades.
I might be
Nerd.
stalking the Oinoloth's tower. Feasting on the souls of mortals who ask impertinent questions. Really, there's a multiverse of possibilities that don't currently apply to me.
All right. Let's investigate this stone statue.
Medwithin, do you happen to have any way of translating?
Let me see if she brought comprehend languages. That'd be a useful thing for a Medwithin to have, right?
I would do it, but unfortunately, I'm tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Anonymous, maybe take a nap here on the floor.
You wouldn't be the first. I have not yet killed anyone who slept here in their sleep. Regrettably. Comprehend Languages has the ritual tag. You can ritual cast it without burning a spell slot. Yeah, you just need to take 10 minutes on it.
In which case, yes, I will.
Okay. You take 10 minutes, and Omnis continues to just sort of supervise. Afterwards, because this doesn't apply to other people, it lets you comprehend languages. It doesn't translate for other people. So you're going to have to be the go-between here.
I've never done that before.
Right? That'd be a first.
Anonymous is rubbing off on me. I don't like this. Anonymous, could you do me a favor? The next time you feel like saying something snarky, can you warn me so I can close my ears quickly? And then I will, as he's thinking about replying, I will put my hands over my ears.
Energy vampire.
It's safe to assume that if I'm about to speak,
I can't hear him. I am.
You can soothe yourself.
Does anyone have anything to light this area up? I can't see.
I do. Yeah, I have a forever lantern.
Okay, sweet. I'll go ahead and give you some light here.
You can see. I will hold the lantern up for you too, so you can work.
I'm not going to do the directional thing right now just because it's too annoying. Because I can set it so it only goes out in one arc. I actually did that in a horror adventure once where they were like,
"Oh hell yeah!"
They had flashlights on the space station, and there was something there up there. It was cool. It was fun. Upon translating, the text is continuously flowing and changing, but it calls this the Obsidian Archive.
Okay.
Enter request.
Anonymous, put it this way: the more accurately you help us, the quicker we're out of here, the faster we don't annoy you.
Roll persuasion check, please, Yasmeen.
Where is my? I'm actually pretty good at persuasion until I have to roll for it.
Natural 1?
Yeah.
If you follow a series of doors through the chamber we just entered, down through 2 doors, then a 3rd door in the southeast corner, then a door on the west, you will gain access to all the information that you require. I'd be happy to lead you.
What information is that exactly? What would we find there?
You would no longer lack any information whatsoever. Your difficulty with reading would be completely absolved.
Oh boy. Okay.
It says enter request.
Yes.
When you say that this terminal is broken, what does that mean?
Its security features have been mangled. And some of the closest entities responsible for furnishing it with information have been meddled with or destroyed. It no longer performs as it was designed and intended.
I'm gonna spend another 10 minutes then to ritually cast. This won't give me the information I need anyway. Okay.
What does Identify give you?
I was gonna say, let me ritually cast Identify, but I don't know if I want to take the time to do that. That's 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 11, but you know what? We'll spend the time to do it.
Okay. After another 10 minutes, you learn that this is an Obsidian terminal. It grants access to an arcane network of knowledge that permeates the entire tower. It is a magical computer. Instead of using a digital database, it draws upon the knowledge of fiendish entities imprisoned inside the arcane network. Under normal circumstances, it requires a specific mark on the user in order to access it. However, it has been altered so that mark is no longer required. Under normal circumstances, it would horrifically curse and kill people who touch it without that mark. That has also been removed.
Well, that's handy.
In fact, all the requirements preventing you from accessing this terminal have been removed. You interface with it by quests in Infernal on it.
Which I can't technically do.
Correct.
No, you can only understand.
Yeah, because strictly speaking, I only understand it. I don't
read the
speak it
text
or
just
write
to make sure.
Yeah. Where is it? Comprehend
Let me
languages.
see. I have anything that can help?
Yeah. It takes about it doesn't it doesn't give me the information. Oh, sorry, it doesn't give me the ability to read and write.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try to persuade Anonymous to help us do that.
Okay.
Also, strictly as a matter of trying to bend the rules here while that's happening, I can see. So even though I don't know what each route, like I can't. Can I try and match pictures essentially? Because I have the understanding of what the rune is as well as being able to see it.
Roll an intelligence check. Just an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way.
Wow. Lafon luck is in effect.
Oh no.
That's fair. I mean, I am trying to stretch the spell beyond its limitations.
I suppose there's little more that can be done here that hasn't already been inflicted upon me and this place. And Anonymous walks up begrudgingly to the terminal.
Oh, good. He's gonna help. Okay, what should we search for? Like, what keywords should we try for? Intergalactic travel? I guess we'll start there.
Is my communication still intact with Gaston and
No.
Interesting. Okay.
You've had service like everywhere else you've gone. Not here.
Right.
Under normal circumstances, I would tell you that I don't have an eternity. Unfortunately, I do.
I mean, the information that we're guaranteed to find here is on getting our acquaintance a meeting of some sort.
Oh, I mean, I feel like Anonymous could give us some of that. At least.
Regretfully, I am not currently in contact with any active members of the Pact Malefic due to the ongoing effects of the Chaos Storm.
What?
However,
Right at the... Oh, go ahead.
Yes. I can answer limited questions regarding the Pact and appropriate for non-members.
What is this Chaos Storm? When did it start?
Less than 1 century ago, the Obsidian Tower came under attack by an anarchic entity. It was unable to pierce our defenses. However, it has since enshrouded the entire tower with a storm of chaotic energy, similar but not identical to that suffuses the outer plane of Limbo. Since then, the portal network has become entirely unreliable.
Oh, what is the chaos storm magical in nature? Like, did it originate from a spell?
I have not had the opportunity to study it in great detail. I rather suspect it was not constrained by the limitations of spellcraft.
You haven't studied it. Well, what have you been doing with your free time?
Everything that I can. You see, I cannot interface with anything outside the tower, including the storm, in any way.
Is there somewhere within here that we can see the storm?
It's possible. Yes, it is possible.
May you show us to where we can see the storm from here.
Gladly.
Anytime you're glad about something, I can't help but think that we are about to die very painfully, very quickly.
You are entitled to your own opinions. Now, follow me.
Wait. We still need to use the interface here.
Oh,
then make up your minds, please.
We need to wrap up here first.
You are interested in information regarding the Pact Malefic, anything that is suitable for non-members to know, I can share with you. Otherwise, all information is restricted to members only and is available through the Arcane Network.
So this is where LaFawn's drawing a blank, but Yasmeen is very much on the topic of the train and its
Oh yeah.
and its planar connections or planar folding, I guess. I will relay that as a request to Anonymous.
There is no member by the name of Ibis Fatalibus in our records.
I don't want him. I want information on the folding of planes.
Well, that has nothing to do with the Pact Malefic. That's a matter of individual research. Did you want me to
type that in?
Takes his claw and like scratches, except instead of scratching it, just like moves like clay in Infernal. Planar folding. And a new list of topics pops up, like search results effectively.
Which I can read.
Which you can read. There seem to be quite a number of results. There's
at a
go ahead.
Cursory glance. Is there anything here that I find that Yasmeen would realize to be immediately important?
Let's see. Yes. But I need to open another PDF to grab it for you.
Hell yeah. While I'm kind of just like glancing through these documents, Ibis Fatalibus is not a member of the Pact Malefic.
Correct. I have no information on such a member. Which
But he's
cyst
been
would he have
cut
been?
off.
Everyone's been cut off. Which cyst would he have been a member of?
Well, I don't know.
Starts with a T.
The Tinarius cyst, but we don't know for
Yeah.
sure that he was part of the Pact Malefic because he's the one who introduced us to them.
The Tinarius cyst is registered. I'm not at liberty to disclose any additional information myself.
We were introduced to a person. We did get a name when Daylorise when we were on Oscus.
Oh yeah. Where? I think I wrote it down. But
in real person time, in real human time, this was.
It's been like a year. It's been a million
almost
years.
A year. Yeah.
Was it a name of somebody else in the Tenarius Cyst?
It was someone we were introduced to in the Tinarius Cyst.
It wasn't Casquette, was it?
I have no, because we were taken to the library. Remember the Tinarius Cyst library? Ibis Fatalibus introduced us to someone there. I don't remember who it was.
Okay, well, let me go through my folders real quick in Roll20 to see if I have that library scene somewhere. It wasn't his second in command, right? The knife lady who does knife things.
Who Ibis Fatalibus is? Well, no. She was who introduced us to Ibis Fatalibus, who recruited us essentially. This was during the because we got to decide if we were going to actually be entered into the
inducted, yes,
into the cyst. This would have happened around the time when we were doing that like time skip of training. Because this is how we got our, what's it called?
Okay. Do you remember any details about this person that you were introduced to? Because I'm looking through my maps right now. I'm not seeing it just yet.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a separate map for the library.
I don't think so, because from what I recall, this happened during our time skip.
Yeah, the only person I have written down is Casquette. Kerr was the other one, but we weren't necessarily introduced. That was just
Kerr, K-U-R?
Yeah.
Ah,
the
dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a member of the Pact Malefic, a multi-dimensional threat.
Tucker Quickfoot,
Was
Darius.
that the flesh? Was the flesh of Kur, right?
The flesh of Kur, yes.
Okay.
Keep in mind, by the way, you can enter any of these terms that you want into this terminal. There's no guarantee. The Bell Cabal cyst has information and records on the subject of spatial folding.
Oh.
Sorry, say again.
There's a file, a folder, effectively, in the network from the Bell Cabal cyst with multiple results regarding planar folding. There's also multiple references to spells that can summon extra-dimensional entities to share this knowledge with you and answer all sorts of questions about the nature of reality. And there are no warnings on it, which is bad documentation. But yeah, you can pull up a file from the Bell Cabal cyst about spatial folding if you'd like to.
I don't want anything that's going to summon anything, because I don't know how well they'll react to our existence. So I'm looking for information. Yeah, so I'll ask an anonymous, and I'll point to the entry.
He goes ahead and like circles it or strikes through it, and it flows again. Did I write this down yet? Oh, it's in a different place. Sorry, I'm going all over the place with my references right now.
we are so this is literally what's happening in the game. What our GM is doing in real life is happening in the game.
So a profile pulls up membership records for the Bell Cabal cyst.
Okay.
It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 registered members, and it was founded by Mr. Bell. Bell.
Right.
And I haven't created names for the rest of them because these are characters that probably won't pop up anytime soon. It has dimensional coordinates for what universe they hail from.
Okay.
Along with the relevant gate that leads to them. Last Contact was the same date that Last Contact was for everybody when the Chaos Storm erupted. And Mr. Bell and the others have notes about space travel.
Okay.
Void engine, dark matter drive, void crystals. Lots of information here. It's going to take you a little bit of time to go through it, but if you spend some time, I can give you the gist of it.
Daylorise, if you want to get information about like the Tinarius system, you know, the people that we were introduced to with Anonymous, I'm going to try and like get through this information here. and record it. It's pretty dense
Okay.
stuff.
Would I be able to get the names of the members that were in that cyst?
That
from him?
information, no. Since you're not a member, he can't reveal that to you. You could pull up the file in the network. You could absolutely pull
he-
up the file in the network.
Translate that for me, though, if
No.
it's something that he can't say.
No. You basically have one terminal right now. If he can't say something, your only way of getting it that you know of right now is through the terminal, which can't pull up multiple. It's only one monitor, even though there's 2 pages of it.
Huh.
So you can research one thing at a time, or you can talk to him and see how far you can get.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to him and see how far I can get with him.
Okay. All right. What are you asking? What are you asking about? Because he
Can
can't
I
tell
ask-
you the membership of any cyst.
Can he tell me how many members are in a cyst?
No.
Can he tell me how that particular cyst came into being?
That cyst was founded by Casquette. She made contact with a member broker who sponsored her for initiation. Afterwards, she introduced the rest of her colleagues for initiation.
Who initiated her?
He's not at liberty to tell you that, but he can tell you when this happened.
Okay.
And it was during the very early age of the Celestial Heroes. Like during their crusade across the entire, all of Ascus.
And you don't have any record of Ibis there.
That is correct. That being said, we lost contact. That Syst's portal connection was interrupted before the advent of the Chaos Storm.
So he could have been a member he could have become a member just post the storm happening.
If somebody was inducted and was not able to register their induction with the tower, then they would read as not a member.
I see.
I'm gonna take a quick second while I'm recording. Do potential inductees get registered with the tower as well?
Not mandatory. They may be.
And what does the induction ceremony require?
All inductees are required to undergo 2 trials. The specifics of the trial are chosen by their sponsor. These trials are designed to showcase that the inductee holds no higher allegiances than the pact and themselves, and demonstrate the degree to which they are willing to pursue knowledge and power at all costs. Each task must be personalized. One task is always highly personal. The other one focuses more on method or goals. Once these 2 initiation rites are completed, then a would-be inductee may be made a member of the pact and entitled to all the rights and privileges therein. As I am not a formal member of the pact, I am unable to sponsor anybody, so don't ask.
Oh.
If you could choose to be part of the pact, would you?
I suppose that would be the ultimate test of practicality versus retribution. Curious.
I'm still focused mainly on the...
So, here is... I'm going to give you some of the gist of what you're learning.
Sure.
Roll a science check and an arcana check, please.
Ooh. Okay, that's that. It just happens to be at the yuck.
Okay. So, just picking up on the details here, right? Because Mr. Bell did not collect information written for people from other universes.
Right.
Mr. Bell collected information, and maybe some of it would have been recorded for other members of the pact, but it was all recorded for people who are in context. And since you are out of context, there's a little bit of difficulty there. However, the principles of a dark matter engine are fueled by magic. And depending on the class of that engine, the maximum jump distance increases. That jump distance is measured in light years. That jump distance is measured in hundreds of light years.
Right. And this is that void engine.
It's a dark matter engine. It is powered by void crystals. It undergoes a void jump.
Got it.
These dark matter engines range in class from 1 to 10. 10 is theoretical or legendary. There are notes that you've already picked up on the fact that dark matter engines are powered by magic and that they have limited power, but they can be infused with additional power by a spellcaster to enable additional jumps.
Got it. Okay. How much time have we spent so far, by the way?
20 minutes.
Okay.
Did you want to hop back to Anonymous for a moment? Should I give a few more details on what you're researching?
I think that's enough for to make a decision about how I'm going to handle the rest of this. Do you have anything you want to talk to Anonymous about while I'm formulating this next request?
Oh, I don't know. He's such an open book. Okay, what can you tell me about the cyst?
The Tenaria cyst?
Mm-hmm.
They are registered on the world of Ascus. Last
What else?
contact was, and I don't remember the exact date, but roll a history check, please, Drosy.
History check. Ooh.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you what that coincides with. You're welcome to put it together yourself. Contact was broken before the Chaos Storm consumed the tower.
Okay.
He can't tell you anything other than the founding member. He can't tell you how many of them there were. He can't tell you basically any other details aside from they're on the world of Ascus.
Did they have any goals there?
He can't tell you that. But yes, all members of the Pact Malefic have goals. They do not accept members who lack ambition.
Okay. Were they close to any of the other cysts? Did they work closely with any of them?
Casquette is the only member of the Cyst who has actually been here. None of the other members of the Cyst ever entered the Obsidian Tower.
So there may be other people involved in that on Ascus that we don't even know about.
There were multiple registered members before they lost contact. If Anonymous had to guess, and I'm only telling you this because you've done very well with your persuasion checks, he would say it's likely that Casquette deliberately restricted access to the tower from the rest of her colleagues in order to maintain power, control, reduce risk, something along those lines.
What did you know about Casquette?
I believe she had rather a crisis of faith.
What kind of faith? Like the Ascus faith?
No, some local deity on her world. Insignificant, irrelevant. She made contact with otherworldly entities associated with the Pact Malefic out of desperation.
Was she originally from Ascus?
Yes.
Okay.
But I believe that she was formerly some sort of do-gooder cleric or divine spellcaster.
Interesting.
She has collaborated with members of other cysts, entered the tower, had meetings, accessed the network, and as I said, is the only other member of that cyst to have done so.
What kinds of things did she research while she was here?
I did not keep tabs on that. At the time, there was much more work for a Castellan to do.
Okay. What other information did I have on her? Oh. Huh. So it looks like per my note, even if we were to establish something, even if we were to learn something about Casket, she didn't really know anything about Ibis's technology. Interesting. Huh.
That's a good note to have. That's a great note to have. I'm glad you took that note. Because that was a while ago.
Yeah.
You know, let me do this real quick. I'll give you this an image of Cascade. I don't know if you've seen one.
I don't know that we did either.
Oh wow.
Oh, we definitely didn't. Yeah, I would have remembered that. So yeah, we did meet her and talk with her while we were there. Her and Agans.
Yes, Agans was Ibis Fatalibus's second.
Yeah.
Our technical recruiter, apparently.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Mull over some questions, and while she's doing that, what is your next request? And keep in mind that when your comprehend languages wears off, you can just take 11 minutes to re-up it.
Yeah. So the oh my god. Which I have the location of the galactic location, let's say, of the this or of this cabal, the Bal Cabal. Do I know which world it's from?
It is a world with which you are not familiar. I don't think it's the same universe as it's not the same universe as Pyre Space.
Okay.
It's colloquially, I think they just call it the verse because everybody calls it the verse.
Okay, sure.
I don't know if that prime material plane has its own name assigned to it.
Understood. Okay.
It's registered as the Bel Cabal universe by the society because that's who the Pact Malefic would care about.
Right. I'm going to look up the machine, Oscus's machine, see if there's any mention of that here.
Ooh. Okay. The Torquem Machina, right?
Yes. Our magical linked life consuming.
Yes.
Universe ending. Eventually chain.
Shit. Okay, I need to read something here real quick. Because I am inclined to say that the answer is yes. There is a record here. And it has 2 authors.
Wouldn't the world-ending entity be above the concept of loyalty to themselves.
Which world
Anyway.
ending entity?
I mean the fact that what's it called? The machine is designed to steal energy from itself, from its universe.
Right. Okay, I am looking for the name of the two authors. The two authors are two of the celestial heroes.
We technically know one of them, right? Like
Yes.
this isn't a surprise, or correction, this isn't a surprise to us. This isn't a surprise to me who the authors are.
Correct.
This is reinforcing what I already knew.
It is new information that they wrote something that is registered here.
Right. Yes.
That is new information. Yeah, there's a second cyst on Ascus.
But is it registered as to what it's called?
Oh.
The Refacina cyst.
Refacina.
Yes. Refacina refers to the realm of chains that govern the flow of souls and life through that universe.
I was gonna say that name sounds very familiar.
The name was registered by Tucker.
By who, sir?
Or what's his name? Tucker Quickfoot.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, was registered by Tucker Quickfoot.
He's the founding member of the Refacina cyst. There is only 2 other members registered.
Darius Ventrelli?
Mm-hmm. And Treclocius Edwardius. Which is the name of the Inquisitor that came to collect you.
Oh, what was the name again?
Treclocius Edwardius.
Right. Close enough.
Okay.
Any details on the machines? Like, so I'm going to take notes of now how the machine's set up and all of its, you know, whatever's here about the machine that I can take. I will do so.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go through some things, and some of these are things that you might already know.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tucker Quickfoot looted the lair of a black dragon with a really long name. Bedragnicontriomor.
I will not be writing that down. I will just say black dragon with long name.
That's fine.
More.
When
Black dragon.
When Tucker Quickfoot looted it, he found a book called the Mpahe Tantara. I will spell it out here.
Okay.
It was dismissed by the majority of the Celestial Heroes, including Mistral Farsong, as a misguided text written by poisoned minds. Tucker gave it to Darius Ventrelli for translation. He spent months decoding it. Officially, this revealed many ancient and primordial truths that aided the rest of the Celestial Heroes in casting out wickedness from Ascus, including some of the secrets fundamental to Rankir's bands of Kaitar Moak, the circles that prevent access to your world, and very many other things. The book revealed the existence of Refacina, the life force chain plane of existence. It's a dimensional thread through which souls pass when going to the streams of Divinia or the lower plane, the river Styx. It describes souls as potential energy. Body and mind give soul shape and a way to act upon its inherent power. The infinitely complex system of Refacina is bound by the chains of Kaitons. Kaitons are entities that are bound by fate and the nature of their own creation, compelled to endlessly manipulate the ethereal chains carrying dead souls to the afterlife. They are not beings of evil, goodness, or even order, just drive, an unending and ceaseless will to continue ever forward. On more than one occasion, dimensional interlopers have accessed Refacina and interfered with the workings of the massive machine home of the Chitons. In so doing, they have been able to unravel the resolute souls or drive some into madness, turning them into chain devils or mad Chitons. Empahe is the name of the handler of threads, the first Chiton, the original Chiton. They wrote down this book because after aeons and aeons and aeons, they had just developed a curious mind. And so they wrote down everything they learned by touching upon the countless links of reality. Darius used this book to contact Empahe. They manipulated Empahe into wanting to see the universe. There was an already latent desire on Empahe's part to see the universe. It took them over a decade to persuade Darius to create the Torquem Machina. They created the Torquem Machina using a variety of sources that they got from the Obsidian Tower. They accessed the knowledge of countless different worlds and their technology and their magic to design this machine that replaces Empahe so that he no longer has to be the handler of threads. Instead, they pass through this impossibly complex machine. He accepted the gift. They talked him into accepting the gift, and he bestowed upon them immortality. He is the reason why they are immortal. In exchange for this gift of freedom, he granted them immortality and then departed to travel all across all of existence. The Torquem Machina also performed beyond expectations because Empahe blessed it as well. This is the source of Tucker and Darius's holy powers, and it is the source of Inequa, as you already know. So they're the ones who created this machine. I need you to roll a technology check and an arcana check, please.
Do I get, because this is something that I've studied in depth and have actually seen, do I get advantage?
Yes.
Okay, so God, I'm glad I asked. So technology was one. What was the other one?
Arcana.
Arcana. Incredible.
Ooh, 12. Josie, do you have any bardic inspiration left over? You could burn that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can burn that if you want.
Have my last bardic inspiration.
It's like a D10 or a D12 or something.
D10, yeah. So 16 total.
16. Okay. Here's another little tidbit. You remember that Varys Goodwin had that rune of doom on him that spread mega bubonic plague?
Yeah.
They got that from here. From the works of the Oinoloth, who is a Yugoloth, a fiend who rules over this tower of disease in the Grey Waste. The ultimate creator of these sort of banes and blights. Somebody recorded that information, put it in the tower. They found it. They locked it in a rune. They used that to make Varys shut up.
Wow.
Okay. The machine is imperfect. It is threatening to grind to a halt. I feel like that's something that you already knew. But there's one more piece to this. Because this is the one place where you begin to understand the principles behind destroying the machine. Which I don't think you had any leads on.
We were just told that, in fact, all the information we know about its existence is that to prevent Inequa from essentially filtering out and leaving the world dead, or leaving the universe that it exists in dead, consuming itself more correctly, is that the machine needs to be destroyed. That's all we were told, or that's all we've been able to find out.
Right. So the machine, because it's using the movement of these chains as a source of power, it is removing momentum from them, which is what is causing the problem. You cannot just destroy the machine. I think you might have already known that you need to replace it with something. So
Right.
you have to find the handler of threads and convince them to come back, or come up with a new alternate solution. If you were to attempt to destroy the machine, it would have to be done with the utmost care, because if it goes badly, there's no telling what could happen.
I mean, literally, best case is that it speeds up the
Mm-hmm.
consumption of the.
You learn the Torquem Machina's construction is multidimensional. It does not exist in a single place. It exists across, let's see. There are 6 integral gears of the divine contraption that must be brought together in order to make it dimensionally coalesce.
Okay.
According to the notes, each of these gears has been placed under heavy guard. And this is a secret that, like, you should not have access to. This is the logically in game. This is where you would find it. Each of those gears has been placed by a planar axis. 1 near the upper planes, 1 near the lower planes, and 4 near the junctions of the perpetuous planes. So they are scattered outside of the prime material world of Ascus. Each one is guarded. They have to be united in order for the machine to manifest. And there is no instruction on how to do that, except that according to your study, the gears would have to be destroyed simultaneously. And because they are divine, it is a god machine. The handler of threads imbued the machine itself with the divine spark. There's no record here. They never designed it to be destroyed. There's no record on here of what would allow it to be destroyed, but it would have to be something outrageous.
Right.
So they all would have to be destroyed simultaneously, and then the handler of threads would have to immediately step in to prevent catastrophe.
And is there any information where the handler of threads is?
No,
at
the
all?
authors didn't care. They didn't give a shit. They, like, as far as they're concerned, it's off wandering, exploring the cosmos, and they felt no need to keep in contact with it.
Right.
The Refacina cyst, were they more prolific in their visit to the tower?
Yes. And actually, I'm going to give you to Colossus as a freebie, but I don't think he would actually be recorded because he wasn't born until, I don't think he was born until after the bands of Kaider Moak cut things off. I don't know how you learned that. You figured it out somehow. But yeah, the two of them visited extensively. They did a lot of research here.
Okay. Can I draw any correlation between the dimensional setup of these gears and the research that we're trying to do for these drives? I think you might be mute, maybe.
Plus one I speak. Not necessarily, because this is about spiritual and dimensional dispersion. Effectively building something that is it's not a 3D object. It exists in multiple dimensions, and therefore, and it is specifically divine. So I'm going to say immediately, no, you can't. I am going to tell you how the dark matter engine works. This is something that you would have been able to determine. A dark matter engine converts a ship into a point, into something with zero area, basically, a singularity, which then allows it to just be somewhere else. There's a limit on how far it can go, but it just like compresses it into like a one-dimensional point and then across the galaxy.
Got it. Okay.
So if you can combine those two somehow, I can't come up with anything, but knock yourself out.
The last thing I'm going to look at here, because I think essentially the bands of Kaiter Moak are probably the last thing I will get a quick glance through here.
Okay. All right. So you know for sure that the bands of Kaiter Moak were not created by the Refacina Sis. They were created by the wizard, whose name is around here somewhere. Rancare Terrandorn.
Mm-hmm.
He used some of the information that Tucker and Darius doled out very carefully to the others in order to create them. Give me an Arcana check, because they are magical. They are not technological. 22. Okay, there's a dozen of them. And there are notes in here from Tucker and Darius monitoring the construction of these things. They don't know what Kaiter Moak is, and it's an entity that Rancare has never revealed the truth of it, why they're called that. They don't even know that. However, let's see. There are 12 of them. He does not keep them all on his person at once. He distributes them amongst the rest of his members, which I think you know because you ganked one of those guys.
We had tea. It was a pleasant engagement.
Each of them has its own unique power. There are notes here on the powers of all of them, if you want that. Otherwise, what information are you looking for?
Yeah, I'll take that, because that it's interesting that they're not A, that they're magical in nature, and B, that they're created by someone else and not our Refacina members.
Yes. So, because the rest of the Celestial Heroes don't know about Refacina or the Torquem Machina, Animarum, the Cincture of Souls, draws evil essences into it, restricting them from escaping to the River Styx when they die, meaning that evil creatures that die in Ascus are not damned. Rancare collects them and can then send them to a plane of his choice. Thereby, Ascus starves the lower planes.
Wow.
Satanas, the Cincture of Devils, prevents the creation of any portal to or from hell. That's the one that locked access to the tower. Demonium, the Cincture of Demons, restricts the creation of any portal to or from the abyss. Crue, the Cincture of the Maelstrom, restricts the creation of any portal to or from limbo or purgatory, except inside of it. Beneficium, the Cincture of Magic, makes it so that anybody who casts a vile spell leaves behind a lingering aura that is easy to detect. Loquella, the Cincture of Tongues, is the reason why whenever you speak in deep speech, undercommon, or vile speech, it is loud and magnified everywhere. Obcasus, the Cincture of Death, restricts psychopomps, grim reapers, soul guides, any entity responsible for taking creatures to the afterlife. They cannot enter Ascus on missions for deities unless they're coming from the upper planes. Ad ligamentum, the Cincture of Binding, combines with the power of Tapper's Spike to create the words and barriers around the Simobi Preserve. It prevents evil creatures from passing through it. Halitus, the Cincture of Storm, prevents creatures from opening portals to or from the plane of fire and the plane of water in the same day. I'm not exactly sure how that one works. So elemental travel is possible but limited. The Cincture of Dust, Pulvis, does the same with air and earth.
Okay.
Mortalium, the Cincture of Mortals, prevents direct actions of evil deities. Evil deities cannot directly intervene with Ascus in any way. And the Cincture of Kaiter Moak links all the rings to the others.
The upper planes are not blocked from Ascus.
Correct.
We didn't know that before now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Interesting. So it's not nearly as, I mean, it's still really difficult, but not nearly as difficult as once imagined.
Not 100% blocked from everything.
Correct. That's like the one way you could get there.
Well, we can't get there. I doubt that we read as good.
Well, you know, heroes go to hell and survive sometimes.
You know what? Killing an evil deity might get us good enough to. All I'm saying is this Blackith plan has more avenues afterwards than perhaps initially thought.
You have an arboreal celestial working with you on your side.
There's a
Might be willing to play
there's a
ball.
lot of pathways.
Yeah. There's options.
Yasmeen does not yet know that she's blocked off from Ascus, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
Oh no.
This is knowledge that LaFawn knows because we made this on stream. We made this agreement on stream way back when.
The
It's
pact
why I got my
was
mask.
sealed.
Yes. So we know our characters.
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
So one other thing, there are not notes for how to destroy them, but you believe, based on the little bit that Tucker and Darius were able to figure out about what Rancure was working on, you'd have to link them all together in a loop chain before you could do anything about it.
Rings of Olympics, the Olympic ring style.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a lot of information now.
Yeah, we have a ton of information.
I mean, the biggest one short term is that this void drive, which is now theoretically buildable, is a. Sorry, say again.
+1 XP. You could download the schematics for the void drive. It is wildly complicated because it is techno magic.
Right.
But that is a field you've been researching. You don't have to understand it right now. You can download it right now. And as you do that, we are going to cut to a short break. We will return to the Obsidian Tower afterwards.
And why is Garnet upset?
Because I'm gonna die alone out of the lore.
Don't you have like an arranged marriage?
No, that doesn't count.
What, you have an arranged marriage?
I'm in no such relationship that's been null and voided. The terms of the contract are canceled. I'm gonna be alone.
Freestyle.
Okay, everyone, just believe in yourself, okay? You need to be able to just stretch your bony little arms out and let go of Bolshaya. Richard Simmons, by the way, in case no one realizes what I'm doing. And I'm going to hit some persuasion.
Force seekers, and magic dampens sound in these quarters, quieting boisterous visitors and heavy snoring.
And other things. I mean,
and other
we're all
things.
thinking it.
Are we though? Are we?
These cheeks don't clap themselves. So just saying.
Colonel,
I've been feeling
I'm trying to sneak around.
baby.
Get our tummy thick. The clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. All right. So do you guys just want to spend the night and then get breakfast and do this thing?
Please,
Yeah,
God,
let's go.
yes.
Release me from this hell.
I had one thing
Mhm.
left to do, and now she's getting frustrated because this motherfucker not listening. So, as like maybe blood is coming out of her nose or something from
Only a
the
little.
necrotic damage, we'll just kind of start laughing, and we'll place the open book on her face like a mask, and say, "You will be alone just like me," in the exact word that Seosh said in that one time. Leaving you with a nice little cliffhanger.
Yeah, okay, bye. Okay, so I had some idea that you were going to do something, but I never thought for a moment about using the book as a Vox mask. I have no idea what that does. I have not.
I don't know either.
Foggy.
Now monetizing the video, everybody. We've got down this.
We might as well get it over with.
Yeah, just get all. It has to all be in this VOD.
No,
The violence, the
It's gonna be
scootily
the most wild
pooping, get it
episode.
over with.
Oh shit, that too? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
No, wait until after. Wait until you graduate. I lied.
But Dad.
Dad, you can't date until you're 25, young lady.
Then tell me everything you believe may have occurred.
You ever heard of the ass snake?
I don't know.
Oh, he said ass snake.
I don't know what they preach where you come from, mortal, but that's not actually a problem. We don't really care. That's, whatever keeps being alive joyful, you keep being alive joyful. That's not my concern.
Do you ever feel like the luck or whatever it is that's gotten you forward is going to run out at some point? Or that you can just keep going forward?
I'm pretty worried about myself all the time, but I consider Garnet a protagonist, so generally she's okay.
What? We're all main characters, and
You're like the main character.
no,
Garnet, you
no,
know?
we're all the main characters of this story, okay? Fourth wall just punching. Like touches Athlor's elven armor. See, this is plot armor.
Okay, good point.
They call out to her in Draconic, and she responds.
Wait, do I also see Sventisco for a brief second through the orb?
Roll a perception check. No, you just see this guard walk out.
What do they say to her?
You been there the entire time? No. And she got a natural one, and she says, Sventisco. I mean, no.
She says her own name like a Pokemon?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I need everybody in the room to roll for initiative.
Oh.
Damn, that's so
Onto your
rough.
girlfriend. Shit.
That's, she got a natural one. I decided she just freaking panicked.
She's trying her best, okay?
And she rolled a 2
Don't
on the
make fun of
initiative,
her.
so she sits there like an idiot.
Let's say Mia Hethil, because he's right in the middle of 3-player characters. So, him in particular.
I take it the burning didn't kill her.
Yeah, roll 1d10, but it's fire resistant, so. Bonk.
Where is Mr. Reaction with a ward guy?
He used it. That shit's gone.
Oh, gone for
Bonk.
forever?
Well, until his next long range. A long rest.
La 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 la. La la la.
Don't need no wards for dealing with these fucking idiots.
That should be one of your sub sounds on your channel.
That should be. Really should be.
Well, so much for my terrifying monster. We return now to the accursed confines of the Obsidian Tower, the interdimensional nexus of the lapsed evil society called the Pact Malefic. And I'm going to change the map because that looks like a dick. All right. Now that that's taken care of, our heroes have gained access to an arcane terminal
and learned a great deal from it, despite the fact that they are not members of the Pact Malefic. We return to them now, and the floor is theirs. They have learned some of the terrible truth behind the Torquem Machina, the machine that governs the chains of life and death in their homeworld. They have learned of the existence of a separate cyst of the society on their homeworld, one founded by their homeworld's greatest heroes, who are villains in disguise. And they have learned of the existence of the dark matter engine, an arcanotechnology that is widely used in another universe. And some other stuff too. What else would you like to do while you're here?
Check out that storm. 'Cause I feel like if we are going to end up going back at all anywhere, we probably kind of need to figure out what's going on with that storm.
Okay. Is that what you want to do next? Is there anything else you want to ask Anonymous or write in the book? Look up in the book.
I mean, anonymous is largely unhelpful. Willfully unhelpful.
I guess the question is, how much time do we have and how much time can we spend? Because if the question is what you want to look up in the book, the answer is everything.
Well, I can tell you that time flows 1 for 1. A minute here is a minute on the other side.
So this is a question I'm posing to the group. How much time do we have, and how much time am I allowed to spend?
I have another
have
question.
so many questions to write in here.
Related question.
So, no, because you can't get a message out.
What if we took the statue with us? Would it work elsewhere?
No, it is connected to the arcane network. Is a series of
tubes.
Oh my god, what a deep cut. No, it's like there's a bunch of fiends imprisoned in magical energy form inside of it, and they, like, when you put in a request, they go flying through the tubes to go, like, find that information from another fiend and bring it back to you. It's just full of demons. It's just completely full of demons. Take the statue, you disconnect it from the demons.
Darn.
Medwithin can step back through the portal, cast a sending spell to communicate with Captain, and then step back in if necessary.
How long have we been here so far?
Like 30 minutes.
Okay. I have all the urgent information I came for. Everything from here on out is stuff that very useful, but not strictly necessary for our mission.
So here's a question. Do you feel comfortable exiting and making your way back up through the temple with your current resources?
No engineer is ever comfortable with this amount of information.
No, I mean spell slots and such.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we probably should rest before we go back.
Can we? Because the other thing we have to consider is, that I think we save the sending spell from Medwithin because we don't want to burn her resources too much until we're ready to actually leave and get going. Because that way we have the most up-to-date information both ways.
You could browse the internet while you take a short rest.
Okay. So I can still look through this thing while resting.
Yeah.
I think, in that case, Medwithin, are you comfortable burning as many, that many spells? Sending twice, for example?
If you believe the knowledge is worth it, then I think it's easily worth the price, is it not?
Because I think taking that long rest now, so I can keep...
Long rest or short rest?
Short rest. Short rest. Whoops. Yeah, taking a short rest now. Keep looking through this documents and then heading back is the most efficient use of my strengths. I don't know if we. That's still a long time. Like time wise, that's still significant for our ship and getting back to it. Do we feel comfortable spending that much time? If yes, then that's what I would like to do.
I would think
Technical-
so.
All right.
Ten Cobalt?
Couple shrugs. Zomkug looks around uneasily, but he's like, yeah, that's fine as long as you don't have to sleep on the floor. I'm not lying down on this crap. Yeah, Medwithin is entranced by the prospect of knowledge. Boignus is just itching at the thought of all the portals here, though he's become wise enough not to just start messing with them.
I think the last topic that we should kind of search for then is mind flayers and information we can gain on them.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to structure this request for information thusly. I am not looking for anything. I'm looking for their destruction. Okay, correction. I'm looking for nullification of their. If there's anything we can do to nullify their psychic utility. How do I mean, if you have any ideas, Daylorise, for what we should be looking for as well, I mean, we should absolutely pitch them.
Yeah, definitely other ways to like nullify them.
I was gonna say, like, I don't care about their culture or whatever, but like, let's be honest, do mind flayers have culture?
Even ways to like trick them so that we can get there without them noticing. Yeah.
I guess not tertiary, like a cursory is the word I was looking for. Request on Penumbra.
Okay. A little
It
bit
is
of
called
research.
Penumbra, right?
It is called Penumbra.
Okay.
A little bit of research indicates that the Illithid Empire predates the Pact Malefic, but there have been significant research and study into it. They have even had a member or two that was an Illithid Lich, an Alhoon. And they decided to admit the Alhoons from these different worlds because they were no longer subject to the Elder Brain, because they knew, the Pact knows that almost any Illithid is going to put the Elder Brain ahead of everything else. And so they would just spill all this information that they're able to gain. Like, they would absolutely give it up and give it away. They've had a couple of Illithid Liches, so they have decent information about mind flayers. There are some recommendations in there for modifying your minions to render them mindless and therefore immune to the effects of, so like plan 1, use constructs, use minions that have been modified. Plan 2, perform horrifying surgeries on your minions to give them a gland that when they get targeted by that effect, they sort of just get stunned and blanked out, and it protects their minds from being shredded. There are definitely spells that you can use to protect yourself. There are magic items you can use to protect yourself against it. Anything that boosts your intelligence saving throw, for sure. Becoming an undead is a great strategy to deal with this. Like going through lobotomization, great strategy for dealing with this. But a lot of the tactics involve there's actually a lot of solutions, because mind flayers are not the only ones that have this sort of power. There has also been research on parasites and diseases specifically to target mind flayers. They have had limited deployment, They have not been super widely tested, but it's not out of the question to do so.
So, do you want to get an experimental tapeworm to save the moon?
I assume that the one of the reasons why those parasites were less rigorously invested is because the side effects are they harm others, it's not unique to the illithid as destruction.
No, it was lack of data. It's hard to come by an elder brain, and there are a couple of other records in there about what happens to an illithid colony post collapse. Illithid's society is built around an elder brain in a pool. When an illithid dies, their brain is usually extracted and put into the pool so that the elder brain can absorb their personalities and their knowledge. Somebody here knows that the illithids they believe that that's a form of immortality. Somebody here has recorded, no, the elder brain just eats them. The Mind Flayer belief that their personalities continue to endure is a lie. The pool is full of tadpoles. If you've played any Baldur's Gate 3, you kind of know how that works. But I don't remember if neolithids are in there. Mind Flayers have experimented on implanting a wide variety of other creatures, beholders, ropers, so on and so forth, in order to create different hybrids that they use as creatures. All of them are connected to the elder brain and therefore are under their control. They use those often as sentries. However, when a colony collapses, when the elder brain dies, the tadpoles are no longer being nourished. So they begin a feeding frenzy and they start eating each other. And it is rare but possible for one of them to prevail in the crab bucket and eat so many others that it becomes a monstrosity called a neolithid, this crawling psychic monster, this slimy horror that is not quite feral, close to feral, sapient, capable of communicating, effectively feral, can spew poison that dissolves everything but the brain, still has a psychic blast attack. The illithids consider them to be abominations.
Okay, so it's not necessarily like take out the elder brain and
Taking out the elder brain still
threat.
helps because it disables their network. As long as they're in the psychic range of an elder brain, they have a hive mind. They can all communicate with each other. There are records on what happens if you separate an illithid from the hive mind. It's kind of like taking a Borg away from the collective. It's possible for them to start developing their own personalities over time. But then the moment that they get brought back in contact with the elder brain, they're back at rank and file, obeying everything that's happened. The only way that illithids become liches is if they have had enough time away from the elder brain to come to that realization and make the decision, which is super, super, super rare.
Once they're back in the range of an elder brain, though, are they kind of being a lich? Are they kind of protected from that?
Yeah,
or?
Because they're dead. It's their biology that connects
okay.
them to the elder brain. It's a biological psychic link. So an Illa-lich, an Alhoon is not subject to that.
Because liches are undead.
Yes, and if you wanted to find the ritual to become a lich, this would be a great way to look that up. In the rules, it always says like, the ritual of lichdom is a closely guarded secret. It's like, guess where all the evil secrets are?
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to get it just for fun? Just to have it?
The problem
Just
right
in
now,
case?
That's time we don't have.
I guess you can just screenshot things, but yeah, like you can't interface with this. You can't download information into the phone rapidly here.
Yeah. I've already spent most of that doing the stuff that helps us right away. Okay. And
there are records of advanced technology and cybernetic implants that can make you more resistant to psychic powers, if not immune.
Oh, interesting.
Without being horrifying.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The person I was talking to, whose name I'm kind of blanking on right now, whose phone I took control of.
Gaston.
No. Gaston was the person I was texting.
Yeah, let me find her. One sec.
She had cybernetics, right?
Yes, she did. She was from Lacunas.
She had cybernetics. She had like an onboard computer, holo projection, the works. The most advanced, because you can call some of what happens on Ascus a form of cybernetics, even if it's not cyber. She had the most sophisticated cybernetics you've seen ever, hands down.
Interesting is, I think, the statement here. I will relay that information to you. Is Anonymous does Anonymous show any sign of interest in any of these subjects?
No. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's interfacing with the thing. My bad. He was under the GM layer label I have on this place to identify the room so I can look it up.
He's just off doing fox things.
He's just doing fox stuff. He is a type of fiend, by the way. I can give you that one for free without doing your digital download. A spellcasting fiend. He's a very advanced wizard.
Oh, can he still use any of his magic, or because he's cursed?
No, he still has access to his magic. There's just rules on how he can and can't use it.
Ooh.
Did the Pact Malefic bind you here?
The terms of my binding prevent me from answering that question.
Can you blink once for no and twice for yes?
He stares at you and does not blink.
Okay, we strike that request. Blink as normal.
He resumes blinking manually.
I want to be friends with him so bad, but he's so mean.
That's why you want to be friends with him, I know. What else do you want to pull up?
Did we get anything on Penumbra?
Penumbra is recorded. Not a lot of details. There's never been a Penumbra cyst, after all. The Illithids predate. Penumbra is older than the Obsidian Tower. And Illithids are not permitted because they will just, if they reconnect with the Elder Brain, they'll just spill everything.
Right.
There are some notes on it. It is noted that Penumbra is a superstructure of staggering proportions, a work of astroengineering, the arts of which are not fully understood. It is large, I would say beyond comprehension, but these are not people, the people who write stuff here don't believe in beyond comprehension.
Right.
It is approximately 1 AU in diameter.
Oh, so even if we get there, finding what we need is going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So all I'm hearing, though, is what is 1 astronomical unit in a light year?
1 AU to LY. 1.5 E-5. So not a lot. Let me see if I can do any better. Yeah, it's using negative x. It's using negative exponents.
Yeah, so it's really, really tiny compared to a light year.
Yeah. Well, let's see. How long for light to reach Earth? It is 8 light minutes and 20 light seconds.
I mean, that's not. It's a lot, but this void. If we do end up building the void drive, all I have to do, all we have to do is modify the granularity. So, like, just because you could if you could travel if you could experience a light year, theoretically you can experience a light hour and a light minute.
One thing I should note is that ships that use a void drive or a dark matter engine, I don't know if that also provides local propulsion or not. because that jumps, right? That basically edits your position. It changes your XYZ in the game console.
I mean, that being said, like you can do the same. You can do the scale does not need to be hundreds of light years, thousands, millions of light years. The scale could be 1 to the negative 1 times 10 to the negative, whatever it is in scale.
Is there any information or coordinates about where this weapon is that we're looking for?
The
where
annulus.
it's located. The annulus, where it would be located on Penumbra.
I think it was kept close to the core.
Okay.
And structurally, the core of it, because it's a disc. It is a semi-flat disc, approximately 1 AU, so out to the orbit of Earth. But it wouldn't incorporate the sun into it. It would still have a hole for the sun to fit, which would be, sun size, larger than sun size. And mind flayers don't like sunlight, so they would do something about that. So yeah, I believe it's close to the core.
Okay.
And whatever information you get is accurate. So if it turns out later that I'm wrong, I will retcon it so you got the right information.
Copy. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's unless you have a request, Daylorise. I think Yasmeen's like good with that as being the topic to kind of finish off the short rest for.
Roll insight checks, please.
Oh no. Oh, blissfully unaware.
8.
Oh,
11.
Not much more aware.
I rolled extremely average. 11 is average.
Yeah. Roll perception checks, please.
Oh no. Perception. Oh no.
Why are these both? Oh yeah, fair. Why are both these wisdom? Why is perception? Why is perception wisdom?
Don't know. So about 45 minutes into your long rest.
Long rest?
Your short rest. My bad. I did the same thing you did.
We made the same mistake.
About 45 minutes into it, Zomkug, who's just sort of leaning against the smooth, non-jagged walls, stands up, and then you hear a bellowing croak. It sounds familiar.
Bellowing croak.
This doesn't happen to be that thing that got summoned in the circle outside.
It sounds very much like that.
Oh no.
And it lumbers into view. Please roll for initiative.
No.
Yeah, fair.
Why do I roll high for initiative?
Out of curiosity, the Obsidian Tower is considered the home turf of this creature, right?
Of this demon?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Banishment?
Because the thing is, if we banish it and it's from here, then it just comes back.
Roll an Arcana check, please.
Okay.
A 16.
I did use Analyzed Weakness on it a while back, so I do have...
Not about that. Not about that. Banish might not work here. Because planar travel and communication does not seem to function outside of the portals that have been repaired.
Got it.
Okay. Zomkug will go first.
Yippee.
Oh.
Didn't Doris get like 20 something?
I think I might have screwed up your initiative. You got an... Yeah, I might have screwed up your initiative.
because you definitely got
That's
like a
okay.
22 or something. Yeah, that's fine. I clicked.
Oh, there's two of them in the track or in the roll. That's
Oh,
why.
how did
There's one under my perception check, and then there's another one under the.
you rolled initiative for me?
All right, Daylorise, what do you want to do?
I am going to. Oh, I'm out of bardic inspiration. No.
A short rest.
Yeah. I am in that case. I am going to I am going to just ready my bow for now.
Okay, go ahead and put a
Crossbow.
little clock on yourself to indicate that you have a rated action.
All right.
Zomkug weighs his options and decides to guard. He is going to take the dodge action. He's going to step forward and take the dodge action, just sort of getting ready for whatever nonsense is about to come up. Tenkoble walks over to the side, looks at it, and just mutters, "Why is everything here fireproof?" He sizes up the distance, and he'll ready an action to shoot when it comes in range. Yasmeen, your turn.
I am going to. Where's the? Oh, I just was on the ruler. Is this one good enough? Oh, I can't see it from there. Okay. Yeah, there. Okay. I will move here. And I will bonus action solar gaze.
Okay. Run me through that. And if it's not on your character sheet, your homework is to add it to your character sheet.
It's it's a Constitution saving throw for it. That saves.
Yeah, 26 saves. This thing has a lot of Constitution and magic resistance. That was your bonus action. What else you got?
Yes, and then I'll just fire at it twice.
Okay.
Or thrice.
Pew, pew, pew. Roll it.
15. Oh God, 13.
A 15 misses. A 13 misses.
21.
A 21 hits for 11 points of force damage.
Yay!
11 points of force damage.
Pew, pew, pew. Let's move your drone out of the way.
Yeah.
The Hezrau demon, croaking in this hideous, deep, bellowing, grubbly voice, lunges forward. Let's see. It has to squeeze here.
I'll use the last 10 feet of my movement, by the way, just to duck behind here.
Okay. So that was 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet as it squeezes through there. And then it uses the rest of its movement to reach you.
Sick.
Dolores, you could take a shot right now. It'll have +2 armor class because of cover. You want to take the shot?
Yeah, I'll try to take the shot.
All right.
Rip. 14.
14. Yeah, that is very much a big old miss. Pew! And you've used
the
your
tragedy
reaction.
is because I used Analyze Weakness on it a long time ago. I know what it takes to.
All right. Boigness is going to shoot his flintlock pistol. Bang.
Ooh.
That's a hit. The bad news is 2 damage. The good news is sneak attack.
Ooh.
He blasts it, and he's absolutely had this thing enchanted. You know he's had this thing enchanted. And unfortunately, the glitch that's annoying the crap out of me, I can't even describe it. It's basically like when I do things, the little bubbles above people's heads get slightly higher and further away from the tokens.
Yeah.
They float away.
And so I went to go edit that, and his bubble was gone. It had floated into space. All right. That is 17 points of damage. Bang. Medwithin's turn. I'm just standing here. Yeah, she's ready to counterspell. You know, if she goes on any more of these adventures, she has to change her spell loadout. I have to remember to change her spell loadout. Dolores, it's I'd like the two of you to roll a perception check, please.
Oh no. 15.
Okay.
I'm paying for the natural 20s from last week.
You hear something scraping against something soft yet firm, scraping against the obsidian of this
From
place.
which direction?
From the way you came, up here, and the way that the Hezro demon came.
Because of the way the lighting works.
You see the coil of a monstrous snake.
Uh-oh.
Dolores, it's your turn.
It's a good thing you didn't go through the portal, met with him.
I'm beginning to suspect you're right.
Okay.
Drowsy, what'll it be?
I am going to step around where there's cover, or no longer cover for that guy, and fire at it again.
All right, shoot your shot. Roll it.
All right. Where am I? Oh, 12.
Ooh, 12. It goes bouncing off the obsidian glass to no effect. Zomkug, realizing that he could have been beating the crap out of this thing the whole time, is going to go ahead and pop that rage and start beating this thing to death. He's not going to use his reckless attack just yet. A 10 and a 14. Wow.
I apologize for defecting this group.
Yeah,
it was not my intention.
The heck have you done?
My bad, I guess.
Who knows?
Yasmeen, you're up. Speaking of your bad.
Yeah. This thing hasn't used its reaction yet, right?
Correct.
Unfortunately. Oh, actually, no, you know what? I don't have any spells. No.
Oh
no. If it dies here, does it die in real life?
That's a good question. You're not sure.
Damn. Man. I'm gonna tank it. I will move back because I literally cannot do anything else.
All right. Get swiped.
Yeah.
17.
That does what's that?
A 17. That's all.
Does not hit.
Okay. Whiff. Carry on.
Oh my god. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Okay. Eldritch Blast times 3.
Dreams do come true.
22.
Yeah, a 22 hits.
Okay, 11.
You unleash
24.
the power of your techno-magical gun, blasting it with 2 bolts of force, causing demonic ichor to spray out of it onto the obsidian floor and inflicting a total of 18 points of damage, which I'll record as soon as the game decides to cooperate. All right.
Okay. That is...
Bam.
Is there anything else? I saw my bonus action. Is there anything else I can do?
You have more movement if you want to use it.
Yeah. Oh, I can see the snake. The snake is clearly bigger than this thing, right?
Yes. But because it's snake-shaped, it's not going to have a problem getting through the...
Right. Is interacting with a potion bonus action? Or is that an action?
Yes. Bonus action.
What if I throw a potion of tentacles into that gap?
That would be an action.
Okay.
Drinking a potion is a bonus action. Using an item would be an action.
Grr. Okay. Oh, I could do this. Shoot. For the moment, I will take a potion of healing.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'll do a potion. How much HP do I have? I'll take a potion of greater healing.
All right. Burn it off your inventory, do 44 plus 4, and we're moving on. It is 10 Kobol's turn. He is going to...
Wow.
Tragic. Actually tragic.
Oh,
You know what, though? I'm glad it wasn't just the regular potion of healing.
Yeah, that's very fair. Oh, an 18. Yeah, that hits. Bang. Please bring back my health bubbles. Oh, it's there. I have to scroll up. Doink. All right. Next up is the monstrous venomous snake.
Where'd the Hezro go?
I'm trying to reset its health bubble so it stops tormenting me. The monstrous
Tormented by
venomous...
Hezro just doesn't have the same. Doesn't have
It
quite
does
the
not.
same.
It just doesn't hit. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's its movement. It slithers up, and because it's snake-shaped, it's not in the fire. Towards you, Lafon. It's now the Hezro's turn. It is going to just tear directly into Zomkug, gleefully attempting to dissect him.
What kind of creature is the house again?
Fiend. It's a fiend. This hurts him.
Is Anonymous just watching, by the way?
Yes.
Anonymous, what happens if you get savaged by the Hezro and large snake monstrous thing?
Nothing in particular.
Damn.
Although that would make them intruders and not simply trespassers, which is handled under a different protocol.
What would happen if I pushed you into line of fire of the attacking creatures?
Then you would be an intruder instead of merely a trespasser.
Damn.
Boigness. It's time for the old ha-ha! He rolls through, strikes with his trusty rapier, gets a 10, and bonus action disengages. It is Medwithin's turn. She is trying to think if there's anything useful she can do.
Strictly speaking, running into an opposite direction and having Anonymous be the last one here means that we didn't get him attacked and would not be intruders.
Correct.
I'm thinking out loud. Anonymous, do not take it personally. I think you're fine.
I take your existence personally.
Annoyingly, you've kind of grown on me.
He says something about growing like a fungus. Dolores, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna step towards Zomkug and cast Cure Wounds.
All right.
What level can I cast this at now?
How many spell slots have you got? Doodah.
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. A juicy heal.
Where are you? Cure Wounds. There
And
you
I'm
are.
so sorry. It's a level 1 spell.
Oops. I meant to cast that. Hello?
I activate Pot of Greed.
Oh, there we go. Level.
Did it ask you this time what you wanted to cast it at?
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Zomkug recovers 20 points of damage.
Woohoo!
Excellent. That was movement and an action. Is there anything else that you wish to do?
No.
Okay. Moving on. Zomkug, as he's frothing from the mouth and stuff, gives you a courteous thank you, takes the time to go ahead and takes the time to chug a potion of his own. Never leave home without it. That should have been 2. Okay, that should have been 10 health because it's 2, 4 plus 2. But yeah, you know what? He'll take it. Screw it. He no longer has 69 health, unfortunately. But then he's going to go ahead and beat it to death with hammers. Hammer 1. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam as he starts just smashing this thing.
Finally.
He's had some practice with this. Crunch, crunch. More bleckety bleck goes flying in all directions as he smashes into this thing's outer hide. It is looking worse for the wearer. Yasmeen, it is your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to give a courteous little like half nod bow to this poisonous snake. I've learned from my mistakes. And I'm going to action disengage.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, call that 30. And for fun, I will bonus action analyze weakness.
Okay.
Because that is about all I can do.
On the Hezro?
No, on the
big ass snake.
Yeah.
Venomous. It has an AC of 15. It can move at 40. It has 85.
Hang on. Let me make the. I might roll 2 natural ones and be unable to learn anything about it.
True. Go ahead.
I did not roll 2 natural ones.
Yeah. It has a bite that does a lot of damage. It has no resistances to anything, and it has about 85 hit points.
Sick. Yeah, that is literally my entire turn. I will relay to Tenkoble. By the way, the snake doesn't have any resistances that I'm aware of.
He was about to say snakes aren't fireproof, and then you talk, and you take the joy of it away from him.
I'm going to
go ahead.
I'm going to turn to Anubis really quickly and like wink at him.
He just stares back at you, thoroughly unimpressed. Tenkoble finally gets to use his fun gun. His masterwork flame gun. It spews forth, blasting this thing with fire for only 6 points of damage, but it is now on fire.
It looked impressive.
He will then use his bonus action to use his grappling hook to dip. The monstrous poisonous snake slithers forward and attempts to bite Boignus Kimzabin. An 11 to hit is not enough to strike the... Oh, that's a lot of dice. That's a lot of dice. That is many dice. It's not enough to hit him. He jukes. The Hezro continues its reign of terror as it attempts to bite, slash. 2 of those strike... no, 3 of those strike true. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he takes all the hits, but he only takes half damage.
Oh.
So your healing was effectively double potency, mathematically speaking. It is now Boignus's turn. And seeing that he's now in a slightly different situation, he is going to go ahead and use his trusty rapier to give it the old stabbity stab, sneakity tack, a hit, and an additional 4d6 as he finds, as its Zomkug is swinging and flailing, he finds an opportunity to jab it for a solid 21 points of damage.
Wow.
Rogues. He's actually going to hold his ground for the time being. There's not really a lot of fighters in this party. Medwithin continues to be useless.
Medwithin continues to glance on in attractive fashion to a certain member of our party.
Get my lady's name out of your mouth.
There's more slithering.
There will be no Medwithin slander in this party fight.
A third snake has entered the battlefield.
What?
Daylorise, it's your turn.
Okay. Where did the third snake enter the battlefield from? Where we came from?
Yeah,
the snake portal.
they got to be coming through the portal.
Oh man.
Wait,
Okay, I'm going.
They've got to be coming through the portal. Boignus looks at that, and like something clicks.
Didn't I say that earlier?
Yeah, but he didn't think of what he just thought of.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna
Please
use
tell me you're
my.
not thinking about cutting us off from our only way back home.
Oh, not forever.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna use the mandolin to cast protection from evil and good on Zamkug.
Oh, that's an excellent choice. Hit that. And yeah, he is now... This monster has disadvantage to hit him. Excellent.
Now he only takes half damage from the snake.
No,
Or
it
not,
has disadvantage.
double. Or oh wait, the snake too.
No, not the snake. The Hezro has
The
disadvantage to
Hezro.
attack him.
Oh,
He takes half
okay.
damage from the... Because it's a fiend. The snake is a snake.
Yes. So now, yeah. So now he's not getting full damage from both. I'm gonna take a half step back too.
All right. The new snake continues to slither forward. These are some big ones. Zomkug swings his maul in rapid succession, continuing to beat the crap out of this demon, just chunking it down bit by bit. Tenkoble believes that this monstrous snake is not sufficiently on fire. Yeah, it's kind of on fire, but it could be more on fire. He shoots... Oh. No, he's going to switch to his twin shot pistol. Because he can actually use this he upgraded it to be a twin shot pistol. He can shoot 2 targets that are adjacent to each other.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well.
And he's shooting the snakes.
Oh, like if they're in a line?
As long as the 2 targets are within 5 feet of each other, he can make an attack against 2. Once per round, he can attack 2 separate targets.
Wow.
He's like, his kit has been nerfed by the situation this whole time, and now he's finally coming into his own. Yasmeen, it is your turn.
Let's attack the Hezro. Thrice. Call that. Okay.
Big
All
numbers,
3.
big numbers, big numbers. Wow. That is a total as
Oh.
you shoot past the fray of gnomes and orcs and hammers and violence. 3 of your shots from your mad science weapon strike true for a total of 30 points of damage.
Nice.
It is teetering on the edge. Anything else from you, Yasmeen?
I'm gonna back up a little bit more further. To stay in line with Medwithin. How far am I from this thing? Yep, I'm good here.
Okay. From here, you can see more portals on the other side of the room.
They don't happen to be labeled, right?
No, they are not. The book probably could tell you which ones they are, but otherwise they are not labeled. The monstrous
Do you want to check to see what those portals are?
I already know what they are.
Could you tell me?
May you please tell us?
The closest one is sealed. The next one up used to lead to the Tenari, it used to be to Ascus, actually.
Hey, be nice.
Cat, be good.
What?
Yes, the first one is sealed by powerful magic from the other side. The second one leads to Ascus. The third one leads to Midgard. And the fourth one leads to the 7 skies.
Thank you.
Sneaky, sneaky, bitey, bitey.
Oh, my word.
Wait, so if these snakes are coming from the portal, isn't Anonymous also in danger?
You can't, if he dies, he's just going to respawn. The spell very much binds him.
Oh, does it not hurt?
At this point, pain is irrelevant. Besides, I can leave if I feel like it.
Well, okay then.
That's a frickload of damage. He will use his reaction to use Uncanny Dodge, and then he will use his saving throw, and he is a dwarfy dwarf, which means that he has advantage on this, and even if he fails, he takes half damage. He fails, he takes half damage. All right, so 19 damage gets cut down to 8 physical damage, and 35 gets cut in half twice. It gets cut in half twice. So 17, another 8. And he has used his reaction. Ow. The Hezro continues its... Oh, it has disadvantage. Oh, that missed anyways. I'll roll one more time just to see if it fails out. It did not. It's useless. Boignus scowls. That kind of hurt. And he goes for Lestabe. See how you like it. Medwithin leans over to you, Yasmeen, and says, there is no telling how many of them remain there.
Boignus did have an idea about sealing the portal, I believe.
Yes.
Somebody would need to get there, right?
Yes.
Judging from the layout of this room, by the way, I mean, I know it's a tower. Can I assume that it's safe to walk in a circle and I will meet up at the portal on the other side?
You can't assume anything. You can assume that it is laid out in that direction, however.
Okay.
Boignus goes for the stab. Medwithin warns you about that. But I know of at least one other gate where we can find safe harbor. But we'll have to go through unopened doors to reach it.
We have a way to warn the ship.
Only once we get to the other side. Descending is interplanar.
It's a plan.
All right. On that note, she's going to go ahead and start moving, urging you to follow. And also on that note, another snake enters.
Oh, crap. Do the rest
Daylorise.
of us notice them leaving?
Yes. Medicine will call out and say, follow me, sort of.
Okay, in that case, I will follow.
Okay.
Where's my little ruler? 30 feet?
So when you picked up your token, before you drop it, press Q on your keyboard. That'll give you a little... Once it's like clicked, but you haven't dropped it down, so you picked up your token. If you press Q while you're still holding onto it, it should give you a measuring stick to use. Curses. Well, go ahead and just move your 30. And then you can dash and move another 30 if you want to.
Oh, dash another 30?
Yeah, if you want to dash.
Okay, so click.
Interesting.
Q.
No, you just pinged it. You didn't pick up your token. You pinged it.
Oh. Pick
So
up
like
token.
so like hold it and pick it up
Q?
and then press Q.
Why didn't it work this time? Rude. Okay. Dash 30 feet.
All right. It is Zomkug's turn. He snarls that he will hold the line for a bit. He's not going to be a hero. He's just doing his job. He'll go ahead and take 2 weapon attacks against the Hezru. Actually, he will take 1 weapon attack against the Hezru and banish it back to wherever it came from, meaning that his second attack will go against the monstrous venomous snake.
What happens to, because planar travel fails, what happens to the Hezra once it despawns?
That's a great question. It leaves behind a pool of ichor.
I'm going to ask this out loud in Anonymous' general direction.
He's sort of staying here. He shrugs.
I shall think about this more closely when I'm not in mortal peril.
The monstrous, the giant constrictor snake is going to squeeze in. Because it's squeezing and occupying the same square as another creature, it has disadvantage on its attack as it attempts to grapple and constrict Zomkug. An 8 is not good enough. Yasmeen, it is your turn.
I will take 1 shot at... let's do this. Let's do this until... let's see how it resolves. 2 shots against the monstrous poisonous snake, which is actually venomous. So the first one of 13 damage.
Okay. Blam!
Is it still standing?
Yeah, but it's very wounded.
Let's do it a second time.
Okay. Blam. Dead.
And I will shoot the third one at this last
giant
one.
constrictor snake.
16.
Blam. You can see his health bar went down.
Sick.
Do you want to move as well or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Do I have? Oh, it's not close enough. Or is it 30 feet? No, it'll be 35. Okay, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. It has to be 30 feet from you.
So let's.
Were you going to give it the lazy eye or were you?
Yeah, but I'm not close enough. So I will take my movement 30 feet to the corridor.
10 Kobold. He's just rapidly switching between his gear, and he's actually kind of happy that he gets to do this. He's going to throw a bomb. Yeah, he lobs a bomb. Which I need to reconfigure.
Bomb the snake.
He bombs the snake for 12 points of fire damage. He then moves 25 feet. And hook shots 30 feet.
Oh, fancy.
The new snake that has entered the room is going to schmoove. It's a smaller, it's just a constrictor snake. It's not a giant constrictor snake. It is Boignus's turn. He is going to go for the stab on the giant constrictor snake and then disengage with his bonus action. His trusty rapier does not strike true, and he whoop, 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 whoop. Medvithin continues to hurry away. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rounds the corner. You can no longer see her. Daylorise, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep dashing.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. Pick up. What? Q. There we go. Oh, I can't see it. Okay, so 30 feet.
As you rush past these gates, the second one right here swirls with burning green fire, but it's constricted down to the size of the bands of Kaiter Molak. Just a 1-foot portal, flickering and constrained by otherworldly forces.
Ask
It's the way. It's the way home.
30. All right.
There's a corridor there. Zomkug's turn. He is going to. Let's see. Hit and run. Bam. Bam. Neither of those strike true? No, the second one hits. Then he's going to proc the attack of opportunity and move. Well, let's see if he can move because this thing gets a chance to constrict him.
Uh-oh.
It attempts to constrict him. It successfully constricts him.
Oh, no.
He is now restrained. That is bad. It is because he's restrained on its turn. You know that noise that Ekans makes in like Pokemon Red and Blue, that sound. It continues to constrict him. Yasmeen, it's your turn.
Ooh. Oh, technically this operates on my authority. So I hear that. If I go here, will I have line of sight on the snake?
Yes.
So that's here.
Yeah,
here
there
I
you will have
assume
line of
cover.
sight.
Here it would.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Hearing that, I'm gonna like filter back and shoot at the snake 3
Okay.
times.
Shoot the shot.
To 13.
13 hits.
Oh,
okay. With 2 blasts, you annihilate it. Its muscles go limp and Zomkug shakes off its coils.
And I have to take. I mean, I have still 1 shot left, so I may as well shoot the last snake.
Go for it.
20.
Blam!
Overkill.
What is your proficiency modifier?
4.
Would you like to use your reaction to finish him?
Yes.
Okay.
It reads as a misfire. It turns out that the final shot was supposed to be more powerful, but got like the logic got twisted. And using my reaction to like hammer on the side of the scientific weapon, and it like sputters to life and like flares brightly as the final shot that was supposed to happen kind of completes and takes it down. And I will use, so that was what? 5, 10, that was 15. I'm right back to where I was.
That's okay, though. The rate of enemy attrition is increasing, and that's good. Speaking of enemy attrition, forgot to roll this fine, upstanding individual in.
Yeah, that's my turn, by the way.
All right. 10 Kobold. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hook shot. Metathan turns. 10 Kobold. A door. Uh-huh. He like gets out his kit. He's ready to investigate it. You hear a hideous gurgling, sibilant sound. Whatever just arrived is not the same as the others.
Is this that big guy that we made look weak?
No, actually.
Oh.
You hear Zomko say, "Ah, crap." Boigness will take the shot, blasting away with his trusty flintlock. It misses, and he keeps on moving. Something big's coming. Bonus action. Hide.
Nice.
Metathan steps out of the way. He doesn't want to bail on Zomkuk. Daylorise, it is your turn.
So there's a door up here that 10 Kobold is looking at, right?
He hasn't reached it yet. He's going to momentarily.
Okay. I'm going to ready my bow in action for whatever might be behind the door.
Okay, put a clock on yourself. It is Zomkug's turn. You know what? He's learned his lesson. He's going to disengage. He'll use his bonus action to keep hyping himself up for violence. 10 Kobold is going to approach the door. And using his kit, he is working as quickly as he can. Yep. You hear the sound of mechanical stuff happening. He hook shots himself to the roof, but doesn't reel it in, and then throws open the door. The floor underneath him drops, and it's an unusually glassy piece of obsidian. It drops down into a chute, and you can hear gurgling magma at the bottom.
Oh, that would have been bad.
The door is now open. He says, "It's an easy hop." And he will go ahead and pass through it. Man, I made this map back before Roll20 implemented... Oh, crap. How can I do this without... There we go. Before Roll20 implemented interactable doors.
Oh, wow.
And he steps into the room. Yasmeen, you're up.
I guess I don't have much to help here because I can't see what's going on back there. So, all right. Let's get there as quick as possible. I'm going to move. Here, that's 20. Oops.
You see the gate to Ascus constrained by the power of the bands of Saitar Moak.
Is that here?
Yeah, it's that one.
I'm going to try and stick my hand through it.
Okay.
Bold.
You take 7 points of force damage.
Oh. Interesting.
As
Does it
your
look like
hand-
there's anything? Does it look like there's anything blocking me?
It's scattering your atoms when you touch it.
Oh. Does the mask react at all?
Yeah, it buzzes.
Huh. That's Weird.
Concerning.
And then I'll action dash.
Okay. Whatever the creature is that's pursuing you. Oh, Anonymous is just suddenly up here now, by the way.
I knew you couldn't stay away from me.
With any luck, I'll get to watch you die. The Wastrolith is pursuing Zomkug. Does it have... Yeah, it has reach. And it uses its grasping sprout.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
Run.
Zomkug has to roll a strength saving throw. He has advantage on this because he's enraged.
Wait, what is this? What kind of creature is this? Is he still protected?
It's a fiend. Yeah.
Ooh,
This isn't an attack roll. This is a saving throw. So he succeeds. He takes half as much damage, so it can't pull him towards it, which means that he takes 11 acid damage. But it has reach, so it's going to use its other attacks. It's going to use its bite, which it should have made with disadvantage. Oh, that's a big pile of damage. And a 4, so it actually missed. And it uses, because of your protection spell.
Woo!
A 13 and a... You know what, Dolores? Because you're the one who cast that protection spell, I'd like to invite you to roll on the Wheel of Pain.
Yay!
1d60,
All right.
please.
1d60?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is that slash R or R slash? I can
Slash R space 1d60. The slash initiates a command. The R tells it what command it is.
50.
And let's see what our lucky contestant has won. 50 for a natural attack. Oh, your AC is reduced by 1d8 for 1d4 rounds. Go ahead and roll 1d8 and then 1d4, please.
All right, 1d8.
Oh, ooh.
It's reduced by 1
1d4.
for 3 rounds. That could be worse. All right. Miss. It's Boignus's turn. He is going to roll a stealth check to see if he outsmarted this creature. Stealth actually isn't his forte because he's more of a con artist type, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a passive perception of 23 as he pops out from hiding, blasts it with his flintlock pistol with advantage. You know what? It would have missed. It would have missed.
Wow.
Ooh, 12 points of damage. And then he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash is a bonus action. It's Medwithin's turn. She's going to lightly step past you, brushing against your sort of hand on your waist to do that thing where you're like, excuse me, pardon me. Maybe for a little longer than she has to. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As she moves in and then points 10 kobold towards the next door because she knows the way. Or at least she kind of knows the way. As long as there's not too much extra dimensional stuff going on here. Okay. Did my roll not roll? Oh, no. This guy's just still on the, on that layer. Anonymous, after mentioning that he's hoping to watch you die, Yasmeen, his ears perk up. He turns as if he just heard something, and he vanishes again.
Oh, that little.
Dolores, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to head over to. I can hear what's going on down here, right?
Mm-hmm. You mustn't tarry.
All right, I will follow.
Okay. You can't go diagonally around a hard corner, so you're going to have to...
There we go.
By the way, if you press Q again, you can set waypoints on your movement.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is that as far as you want to move?
Yes.
There are 4 more gates here, all of which seem to be functioning. Or they're latent. They're not on. But they don't have anything obviously wrong with them.
Oh, Zomkug.
Zomkug is going to place his faith in the heart of the cards, and he is going to run.
Run.
All right. He triggers the attack of opportunity, hoping that the spell that you cast will protect it as it swipes out with its claw. A 15 does in fact hit him. He takes 12 points of damage. He's fairly badly hurt, and he's going to dash this time.
Run!
Just trying to clear this monster. It is Ten Kobol's turn. Ten Kobol turns his attention to the... Is somebody standing? No, there he is. Once again, he's standing underneath my thing. Is going to turn his attention to the next door. You also see another arcane terminal here.
Hmm.
All right. Ten Kobol puts his mind to work, investigating the next door. He got a 16 this time. Let's see if that's good enough. Yasmeen, go ahead and start taking your turn while I do this.
Okay. On my turn, I'm going to fly my drone forward to this area here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna like hover mid air right in front of this thing. I'm gonna take the dodge act. It's gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, put a tower on it, please.
Tower. Oh my god, where are you, tower? I guess
Actually,
I don't know.
Actually,
where
it has a search function.
Oh, it does.
Actually,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a recent quality of life upgrade.
There it is. Okay, there we go. And then for myself, I'm going. That's what I should have. That's 4, and then I will have. I'll just pull into here.
Okay.
If I need to use my action to dash, I will do so.
You will. Ten Kobol, as he's looking at the door, touching it, he shakes his head, says, "Need Boigness."
Oh no.
The Wastrolith takes the bait, shrieking and reaching out and attacking the drone with its nasty bite. An 11 is not good enough. It slashes.
That is good enough, and it shreds. It's not designed to be a combat function.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what would happen if you hit a big ass, like a quadcopter with a, Tyrannosaurus Rex, that sort of thing. Having used its action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have accomplished your actual goal, which was to buy 1 movement. Boigness hustles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, step back. I'll take care of this. He makes it up to the door and begins investigating it himself, or he will when he has his turn. Medwithin gets ready to shut the door as soon as Zomkug enters. Whatever else is happening, you cannot hear it.
Hmm.
And we move on. Daylorise, it's your turn. Zomkug is the only member of the party who hasn't made it through.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep my bow readied.
Okay.
Just in case.
Friendly coming around! And upon entering, he slams the door shut. Which is going to take me a moment. Ten Kobol is pointing things out to Boigness and using his action to assist him. Yasmeen, it's your turn. Magic trap.
Yeah. I will hold my action in the event that something bursts through the door.
Okay, so you've got... Put a clock on yourself that indicates that you're ready to zap the first hostile that emerges. Okay, I am going to. Boignus turns his. Go ahead.
I'm talking to myself. Sorry.
Got it. Boignus turns his attention to the matter at hand. He doesn't have a minute to use his Analyze Portal ability. He's just going to have to wing it. But he's been given advantage. He will use an Arcana check and his unique toolkit to get a 16. There's a flash as a spell is deactivated. He throws the door open.
Woo.
And moves forward to the next goddamn door.
There's another one.
Mm-hmm. Medicine shuts the door. Actually, well, the door's already shut. I need to find where are my doors? Where are my doors? Place door. There we go. Door. Let me fix my door. Okay, there we go. Whatever's happening, you don't know what's happening. It is now your turn, Daylorise.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything that we can put in front of this door.
The only thing that you see in here, the Castellan has been taking immaculate care of the place. The only thing that you can see in here is the arcane terminal, which probably weighs half a ton.
Oh.
It's made of stone.
What about the pillars we're standing on?
Nope. Fused to the floor.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to talk to Tenkobo and Yasmeen and see if they might have like something to put in the doorway so that if something comes in here, it can be blown up.
Yeah. Got it. Tenkobo will do it. Do you want to move at all?
Yes, I will move towards the other door. And
Right.
Ready my bow just in case.
Okay. Zomkug is holding the door. Tenkobo advances to the door and reaches into his toolkit and uses one of his awesome class features, Tool Belt.
Amazing. You only get 4 belts per long rest.
And he's just going to like pull out some pieces of metal, just like some big old metal, and he starts welding. He's just like,
oh, hell yeah.
He's just reinforcing the door, Rainbow Six style. Yasmeen, it's your turn. How good is your investigation?
My investigation, it's decent.
Okay. How decent
9.
is decent? 9. Boignus could use your help on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to use my movement to get into there, and I will assist Boignus.
Okay. Roll an investigation. Your investigation is higher. Roll investigation.
It's higher. Unfortunately, the dice part is the problem.
Very, very unfortunate. You can hear the fiend on the other side of the door. Boignus is gonna shoot his shot. You know what? You have advantage because he used his action. So just roll again instead of him rolling.
It got worse. Anonymous, I believe that smashing down doors is considered the act of intruders. That
He's not here.
I'm just shouting it out to the ether.
Mhm.
And even if you can't hear me, this feels good. So
Medwithin walks forward and throws a dispel magic at the door.
Oh, handy.
Oh.
That's not good. That's suboptimal. I gotta check one thing, but she just set it off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, I need Yasmeen and Boigness to each roll a dexterity saving throw, please. And Daylorise, I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. And Medwithin, I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy, come on, Dex.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The balance is restored. Okay. Napalm. Naturally occurring petroleum-based napalm summoned from the very pits of Gehenna spews out at everything in the corridor. Lafon, you take roll 1d60, please.
Ooh.
Wheel of Pain. A 29. Let's see what you won on the Wheel of Pain.
I strongly suspect unconsciousness.
Well, first off, enjoy the full 31 points of damage. Go ahead and deduct that, please.
Ow.
And you have been necrotized. Please roll 1d4.
Oh, gross.
Okay. All right. The condition is going to continue until it's treated. You take an additional 1 point of damage.
Okay.
You are also covered with sticky napalm.
Tremendous.
Boigness goes for the dodge. Gets that sweet, sweet evasion. Takes half the damage, which is 15, but that doesn't negate the fact that he is also covered in Gehenna napalm. What was your saving throw, Drozy?
Mine was 16.
You saved. You take 15 points of damage.
Ow.
Oh, I need to get rid of this clock.
Dolores, it is your turn.
Minus 15. Oh, no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Should be just minus 15? Nope.
Fix your shit. Get rid of the minus sign in there.
Okay.
Edit the thing to get rid of the minus sign. Now do minus 15.
It's 15. Oh, you know what it is? I had a catwalk across the keyboard.
That would do it.
My numlock is off. Okay. Ooh, it's my turn. I'm going to cure wounds on Yasmeen.
Okay.
I think it has to be using my mandolin. Let me see. Let me see if I have spell slots still. Oh boy. I'm going to cast it at level 5.
Nice.
Oh wait, actually, I'll just cure mass wounds. What am I doing?
Ooh, very nice.
And I'll do that at whatever level this is.
Medwithin is slightly disappointed because Cure Wounds is a touch spell. I think everybody in the party recovers 17 hit points.
Oh, nice.
I mean, let's take a look here.
That's
up to 6 creatures. 10 kobolds at full, so yeah.
I perform it as a touch spell on Medwithin, just because I can.
Good. Yasmeen, you are no longer necrotized.
Oh, nice.
You are, however, on fire.
Yeah. I just know.
10 Zomkug 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he uses his action. Shit, it's napalm. He looks at you. This is gonna hurt. And he pulls out some alcohol that he'd been saving.
Oh.
And he dumps it on you.
Wait, isn't that just going to make it more fiery? Oh,
Yes, but the napalm is sticky and water won't get it off.
Yeah.
You take an additional 3 points of fire damage and you are no longer on fire. Please remove the red dot.
Honestly, 3 points, not a big. I'll take
Worth.
that any day.
Worth.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll give like a weak thumbs up to.
It is now your turn. Do you want to swap places with Boigness?
Yeah. Is the door locked still?
No, it was never locked. It was just trapped.
Oh, is
and
it still trapped?
We've triggered the trap, right?
Right.
I mean, no time like the present. I'll just push the I'll swap spaces with Boigness and push the door open.
Okay. Loading, 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 loading. Oh, I forgot you have control of his token. That's great. That's a good thing. Light layer. Grab that thing. Delete it. Reveal the next room.
Yeah, and I will. Oh, this hallway is dark, isn't it?
It is.
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Never mind. Boigness, you'll need to come through.
There's a door. There is a door on the far side.
Like this side?
No, like right here. You can see it because there's some light coming through.
Like
you
right
can
here?
see a. Yeah, you can see a door there.
Oh, okay. Then I will. Oh man. I mean, I'll try and take a look at it, see if I can figure it out.
Roll an investigation check.
I assume disadvantage because I can barely see.
Yeah, dim light.
Investigation. Hey, look at that!
Wow.
Okay, there is a lightning bolt spell trap on this, designed to fire. It can be. It has a key to it. Probably, if you are a member of the Pact Malefic, it's keyed to not do its thing.
Oh. Oh, I have protection from energy lightning. We want it. I don't know if it's a touch spell or not.
Slam! 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 The creature attacks the powerful doors. It's Boigness's turn. He is on fire. He douses himself. So he's going to take 2d6 damage, one from being on fire and one from lighting himself more on fire. He takes like no damage at all, basically.
Nice.
He steps into the room. He looks. He quickly surveys his surroundings. And suddenly his eyes start glowing purple and he just freezes. He's been paralyzed. And at the same time, Yasmeen, you see a purple light in the darkness. If my goddamn thing would stop malfunctioning. Here.
Oh no.
It is Medwithin's turn.
I mean, I still can't. I still can't see it. That's even more terrifying.
She walks into the room. She looks around. She locks eyes with something, and her eyes start to glow purple, and she freezes.
Maybe it's a good thing I can't see.
Yasmeen, you hear movement on the other side of the door.
Oh boy.
It doesn't sound like it's immediately on the other side, but it sounds like close-ish. Something is coming from the other direction. Something large.
Ooh.
Well,
And these two are
right now.
These two are paralyzed. Dolores, it's your turn.
Okay. Do I see what happened to those in front of me?
The moment that you step past Zomkug, you'll be able to see.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk towards the barrier of this door here.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll see that and pause.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see which direction they were looking at?
Yeah, they're looking south.
Something south is that they looked at caused them to freeze.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna try to cast minor illusion between them and whatever they saw.
Okay. Drop the description of minor illusion.
Oops.
Okay. It's a 5-foot cube, meaning you can block one of them, or you can risk making eye contact with the thing and block it for both of them, because you'll need to see like where it is to correctly drop it.
Okay, I will risk that then.
Okay. This effect does not allow a saving throw, but you are only looking around the corner. I would like you to roll 1d2 on a 1. Wait. No, actually, you're fine.
Oh.
I'm going to peek you around the corner. This is what you see. Triple-headed dragon statue on the wall. It has 3 heads, 2 of which are glowing purple. The eyes are glowing purple, looking directly into their 2 eyes. Because you are not in a position where you can see into the eyes of the third one that isn't occupied, you are not subject to this effect.
Okay.
You then summon like a, I don't know, a crate or something. And
yeah.
The 2 of them cough and clutch at their chests as they break contact.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
There is something on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Medwithin says, "Run! Hide!"
Hide?
We have to go that way, wherever it's coming from. Basically,
wait, wherever. Are they confused?
No, you need to go here.
Right.
Something big is coming from here.
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't know if this is a pincer movement or what. That door to the north has not been checked for traps.
Okay. Well. I guess, can I just close my eyes and move to the others? Like, can I just close my eyes and like move here?
If you close your eyes, you have to move at half speed. If you don't move at half speed, you must roll an acrobatics check to avoid eating shit.
Okay, I will roll an acrobatics check. 22.
22. Okay, you can move up to your full speed.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. Yeah.
Okay. It is Zomkug's turn. He's going to move into the room. He's been warned. He does not look at it. He's going to step here and ready in action to smack anything that comes out of that door. It is 10 Kobol's turn. Guess what, nerd? He's got more. He's got 3 more uses. He's going to start fusing the next door shut. It looks like we are in it. We are not backing out. Yasmeen, what do you want to do?
Okay, so where have I been directed to go?
Through the door through which you hear the bad noises.
So that's this one here?
No, to the that way.
In front of you.
Oh,
that is your
here.
destination. Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep in mind I can't see anything, so
right.
I'm stumbling in the dark, both literally and figuratively. Is there a way for me to bypass this trap to open the door?
Yes, you could make a Arcana check to attempt to disarm it.
I will try and do so.
Okay, roll it.
Oh.
Trap disarmed.
You
actually don't disarm it. You bypass it.
Oh, sick. I'm gonna look back at Medwithin. Through I go.
Yes.
I will open the door and walk through.
Anonymous is on the other side, along with. Oh, you can't see, can you? You can kind of see.
I can see it. I can see it.
Okay. A towering creature. Its lower body is that of a snake. It has 2 spotted, clawed arms and 6 cobra heads.
Oh.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, I think.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
And you know what? Despite all the bad rolls, I'm actually decent at it.
Okay. You used your action to disarm it.
Yes.
You moved. I'm gonna cliffhanger until its turn.
Sure.
Boignus sees Anonymous on the other side because he's got that there dark vision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my goodness! Hello there. My apologies. I didn't mean to intrude. Conman skills activated. It's Medwithin's turn. She does not know what's going on in there. She does not like what is going on there, and it seems to be getting kind of crowded.
Does she hears both of us say that, right?
Yeah. She hears you say that. Crap, what would she do? What would she do? You know what she would do? She would major illusion to cover the eyes of the thing. So until she drops that, the dragon skull trap is off.
Oh, yay.
Is this the only time that not having dark vision ends up being a positive?
Yes, actually, yes, because you would have immediately procced that if you stepped in the room. You were like, that was kind of perfect. Soft skin. Why are you here?
Who's she addressing?
It's addressing both of you. It has 6 heads.
Oh, okay.
She has 6 heads, so she's talking to both.
Are all the heads talking?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Legion mode.
We can reply even though we're in initiative, right?
Yeah. I was just making you cliffhanger until it was its turn. Dolores, if you want to enter the conversation, you can on your turn.
Yes.
We need to stay frosty because this could go bad at any moment.
Oh boy.
But I'll go ahead and just drop you into the room.
Okay.
What does she ask about? Oh, sorry. What does this creature ask?
Soft skin.
Soft
do you
skin.
Tread here.
I would like to take a bonus action, analyze weakness.
Okay, roll it.
Let's see what I'm dealing with here. 13.
You just barely clear it.
Oh boy.
Oh.
This is a Yuan-Ti anathema.
Oh.
An abomination that performs a ritual and bathes in the blood of hundreds of snakes and the blood of its enemies, can undergo a transformation, a minor apotheosis. An anathema subjugates its lessers. It is the most powerful form of Yuan-Ti. They consider themselves demigods on the path to a greater divinity. It is the unbelievable improvement on the nearly perfect abomination. Followers think of it as divine flesh in a mortal body. They are immortal unless killed. As in, they don't die of natural causes. They are spellcasters. They have powerful magic, including divine word, darkness, suggestion, fear, haste. They give off an aura of ophidiophobia, which can make you afraid of snakes.
Oh no.
They can constrict. They have a flurry of bites with venom. Like, they are nasty customers. And I will now go ahead and give you control, even though you don't actually have control of this thing.
Yeah.
So you can pull up its stat block.
Which is what? Control? No.
Shift double click or alt double click.
Yeah. Sick. Let me. Oh, there we go. Cool. Oh wow, that is nasty. I'm gonna glance. Well, I know he's behind me, but
That's fine. You can
roughly
glance.
at Anonymous. Does he seem deferent to it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do like a half bow to. I assume Zola's its name.
Yeah.
Okay. Like a half bow to it. My apologies. We seem to be at a bit of a disadvantage. Just we weren't aware that this was a place that, we weren't aware of your presence.
My presence is long overdue. Are you marked? Anonymous speaks up. No, actually.
Thanks. Like I just about to remember. Oh boy. Okay. It would not be true to say that we are marked. No. But we received invitation as potential inductees and learned of the Obsidian Tower through that.
Well, you're not lying. And what makes you worthy?
Am I here yet, or am I still?
Yeah, no, you're in the room. You're hearing this
Oh,
whole
okay.
conversation. It's speaking in common.
I'm gonna try to persuade her, basically saying like we're not marked by the cyst, but I'm going to show her the mark of the god. Oh my god, the mark that we got on the night of.
Yes, the mark of heresy.
Yes, I'm gonna show her my mark of heresy.
Roll a persuasion check.
30.
Oh my god.
Yes. It like peers down, like one of the heads is like leaning down to see your mark while the others are watching the rest of them. Boignus speaks up. I've traveled across the plains. I've beheld gods and monsters and lived to tell the tale. I've built artifacts of incredible power that have shaped worlds. He's also not lying, even if he's phrasing it as generously as possible. Lafon, what do you do or say?
For the what in response to her question?
Yeah, what makes you worthy?
Where's my mark? Did we ever?
Where is your mark?
Did we ever talk about that?
I don't think we did.
Okay. Where would I will let my eyes glow like as the beginning of the solar gaze activation. I'm not casting it. And I will like just so that it examines, like makes my face kind of show as the master machine command. The truth of construction, of the development of research into the unknown, whatever that may be, at whatever costs. And I will like pull up slightly on like a corner of where I've welded the mask to my face, to kind of like highlight the research I cannot answer your question in terms of worth, but know that lengths I would go to, the depths for which information I would attempt to find. And then at that, I will peel off the corner of my armor so that right above, so like between the shoulder and the chest, like the pectoral muscle, where the mark of heresy for myself lies.
Yes. Yes. Perhaps. I have returned at long last to the place where I am deserving. And Zola reaches down to her, well, we'll say waist, and like tears back, peeling back scales. It looks incredibly painful until you see a different mark, a red and black burned in mark of almost an upside down pitchfork, the mark of the Pact Malefic. This tower will be idle no longer. If you think yourselves worthy to revive the Verdura cyst, then I will give you your first trial. You will help me free the serpent people from that world. And that's where we're ending tonight's episode.
Oh. Oh.
Oh man, I think I didn't go back to the map screen. That's unfortunate. I might have been skipping the map this entire time. Well, I might as well show everybody.
Oh man.
Here, there's the big thing. Okay, so yeah. That is the current situation. And we will see all of you next time on Coriander Society Adventures.